for unbiased information about any candidate or issue on the Kane County ballot. Just the facts, no spin. Stay informed with WRMN 1410, the talk of the town, your source for reliable coverage all day long. Call 847-931-1410 or text 505-926-1410. Your vote matters. Let's make it count together.
It is 6:09 right here. Welcome to the first shift on this Wednesday morning. Studio 14 in downtown Elgin. We are in the heart of the Fox River Valley right here on the talk of the town. This is the first shift. I'm Marky B reporting for duty. First shift starts every day with our Pledge of Allegiance and with our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast, and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats. Elgin trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever.
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for the first shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Past 6, Wednesday morning, WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. And we also are on the app, fully powered here on the Blowtorch AM 1410 on this Wednesday morning, the 30th day of October. And the 304th day of the year, the 44th week of the year. I'll get my numbers straight. 304th day, the 44th week, the fourth quarter And October 30th, 10/30/2024. Welcome to the show. Welcome to a breezy start to the day again. Second straight day that we kind of start with windy conditions. We got a warm one coming again today. One more time before we start to see the weather turn again. Good morning to friend Brenda. She just went by and gave me the friendly wave. She is on her way over to the hut on this Thursday morning. She's on the first shift honkers log today, as is gregarious Gina, and I hope you are too. Drive by the radio station today and wave at us. Studio 14 Naked Eye Cam was activated this morning at about 5:35. Early morning thanks to Dennis Sonar Green and Brian Prenovo came through in the clutch for us once again. Longtime WRMN engineer. We were down on the AM dial for a little while, and apparently it was a MetroNet issue, one of the services that we use to keep the radio station alive on the AM dial. So MetroNet was down, apparently, Brian says. They went back in service right on time at about 5:50 a.m. this morning. So thank you, Brian, for doing that research. And maybe it ultimately was MetroNet going back in service that got us back on the air. But thank you, Blackhawks Brad and Stevie T, for also letting me know this morning that we were down. And all the help you guys give here on the first shift in so many different ways is so important. I always turn on the radio dial when I get into my vehicle in the morning, and I did hear nothing, which is always a scary sign. So thanks, everybody, for reacting quickly and getting us back on the air and caring about WRMN. It's 6:15 here at WRMN on this Wednesday morning. Mostly cloudy skies and 66 degrees. Winds are out of the south at 15 miles an hour, gusting to 26. And let's check that forecast for today. Mostly cloudy skies, so maybe more clouds than sun today. But I think we'll still see some sun, too, with a high of about 78 degrees. 78 degrees, so maybe a couple of degrees shy of yesterday, but not too far. We're not going to fall too far short. We get a change tonight. As windy as it's been the last couple of days and as warm as it's been, hate to use the big T word, and I haven't seen the T word mentioned in any forecast, so don't be alarmed. I'm just thinking about the T word. Breezy and windy and warm, and a change of weather. Sometimes that makes me think of the word tornado. Haven't not seen anything about severe weather, but let's see what it says about tonight. There is an 80% chance of showers and possibly a thunderstorm in the middle of the night tonight, and a low of 63 degrees. Winds will stay gusty, in fact, as high as 40 miles an hour tonight. Showers and thunderstorms likely during the first shift on a Thursday, and then tapering off, and temperatures falling. Sometimes in the wintertime, we have a day like tomorrow where the temperatures actually fall during the day. It's going to happen tomorrow. Temperatures falling. We'll be in the 60s at the start of the show tomorrow and drop into the 50s throughout the day tomorrow, and all the way down to about 52 by dinner time tomorrow night. Should be dry by then, but getting chillier by the hour tomorrow afternoon. All the way down to about 35 degrees tomorrow night under a partly cloudy sky. And then looking at Friday, sunshine and a nice day, but on the cool side with a high of only about 54 degrees on Friday. Clear skies and 35 again on Friday night. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 61. And then Sunday, Monday, rain back in the forecast. Sunday, rain likely with a high of 64. All rain is pretty much all it's mentioning between Sunday afternoon and Tuesday. So we're going to get into our first rainy, long-standing rainy trend in a while between like Sunday and Tuesday, it looks like. So the weather is changing. We haven't had a couple of days straight of rain in a while. It looks like that might happen starting on Sunday. Today, though, enjoy one more very warm day. Warm and windy, mostly cloudy, a little bit of sun. 66 right now, headed for a high of close to 80. It is 6:18 here at WRMN AM 1410 and at WRMN Radio on YouTube. It's going to be a busy morning here on the show. Sometimes it's busy because of interviews. Sometimes it's busy for other reasons. But today it's going to be busy because it's Larry's last call. Last call for Larry as a regular show host. I'm talking about local legend Larry Jones, who a while back announced that October 30th was going to be his final day as a regular host with me here on WRMN. So we celebrated Larry over at Dean's house on Sunday afternoon. Dino Director Delaley, our managing operator, along with Dennis Green here at the radio station. That was our celebration on Sunday. Today is our on-air celebration. So if you want to call us this morning between 7 and 10 and say goodbye to Larry, we would love to hear from you. I'm sure he would too. I think Dino is going to be in for the show this morning, and I think Jake's is going to come by too. So we got a busy full house lining up here at the radio station today. You're welcome to stop by the station if you want to and say hey to Larry in person if you want to, or say goodbye to him. Also, I'll be checking the Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410 if you want to send any pictures you have. I got a picture yesterday on the Image 360 information line, and the picture was from Carol with a K. You got pictures of Larry you want to send, you can do that. I can put those up on our YouTube page, like this one, taken on Sunday over at Dino's house. We are on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube, by the way. And here's the picture I'm talking about. It's Carol with a K, Larry with an L, and Tim with a T. And they're standing in a picture together. It's a good picture. Tim on the right there, Tim Sconing, legendary WRMN broadcaster. You become legendary, Tim, when you become really old and you're still with us. Then you're legendary. And so Tim's listening right now, I'm sure, and he has called the station every once in a while and offered some great stories from WRMN back in the 60s. You got Carol on the left-hand side there. She's Tim's strong-willed woman. And we got Larry Jones in the middle. And we could take pictures and put them up on our YouTube page this morning at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Pictures like that. 505-926-1410. It's the Image 360 information line. And thanks for that picture. I took some pictures last night. We may not use them today because we got a busy day today. But with a warm day, a warm windy day, we decided to take a bike ride by the river yesterday, and I took some pictures up in Carpentersville. It's the first time we've ever ridden our bikes north of Diamond Jim's, basically, in East Dundee. And we started right there and went north up into Carpentersville, where they have removed the dam there. So I took a few pictures of the river and how shallow it is in the area where the dam was removed up there. We talked to a guy who rides his bike and does a lot of outdoors activity, and he was talking about his thoughts on the dam. So I may share those pictures with you tomorrow morning here on the first shift. I took a number of pictures last night because that's what I think is going to be one part of our first shift show moving forward, showing you pictures. Take pictures of what you see when you're out and about. And send them to us at 505-926-1410. It's the Image 360 information line. So reach out that way and on YouTube today and by calling between 7 and 10 this morning, and let's have a fun show. It's 6:23 here at WRMN. This hour, I'll check a few news stories. We got a bunch of pervs in the news today. Hoffman Estates, North Aurora, U46. 3 different perv stories that I may blast at you this morning with the news when I get to my portion of the news after our 6:30 bottom of the hour news. Had a big accident, speaking of Carpentersville, up on Route 31 at Miller Road yesterday, involving 2 semis It locked up Route 31 for most of the day yesterday. One person died, another is in critical condition. I think a semi blew a stop sign up there, and so I'll share that information with you as well. We'll have some news this morning, and phone calls certainly can carry us from 7 until 10 today. Let's have one more Small Town Wednesday with Larry Jones. And we'll ride through it with phone calls. Hey, if there's a song that makes you think about Larry, let me know. I always play tunes coming back from our breaks. I queued up a couple of Larry's, that I know to be Larry's favorite songs that I've played here on the show over the years. But we got plenty of time for some other music coming back from breaks. So if there's a song that makes you think about Larry, or that maybe stands for Larry in your eyes, let me know. Send me the information on YouTube or on the Image 360 information line, and I'll try to use it. Maybe I'll surprise Larry with a couple of songs coming back from breaks this morning. 6:24 here on the first shift. All right, all of that coming your way. Today happens to be in our Dumb Daily Holiday department. We have Checklist Day. That is not a dumb holiday in my mind. I got checklists everywhere. On my phone, on my big whiteboard in the office. I live by the list, and I know a lot of you do too. And I even know that Rich DeMuro from Rich on Tech lives by the list. I was listening to Rich's show for a while last Saturday, and he talked about different ways that people make lists on various devices. Do you use notepads, your phone? What app on your phone do you use? What app is a good app for lists electronically? That was kind of interesting to listen to, that survey that Rich DeMuro was talking about on his show Saturday. Rich on Tech Saturday afternoons, one of our great weekend shows on the air from 2 until 5 here at WRMN. Mine's still on, it's on a big whiteboard mostly now, but I do lists on my cell phone too. It's just on the notebook page. I don't have a particular app. I guess that's an app. I don't know. I'm a little bit old school in that way still, but Checklist Day. Put it on your checklist to reach out to us this morning at 847-931-1410. We'll catch the bottom of the hour news here in just a couple of moments. Let's take an early phone call at 847-931-1410 this morning. And it looks like we're going to take it down under to start the day. Derica checks in. Good morning, Derica.
Good morning, Marky B.
How are things with you in the nighttime down under?
Yeah, good. I'm just watching an Australian police show.
Cool. Is it good tonight? Good episode?
Yeah. They're out in the desert, I think.
Okay.
And there's people riding motorbikes and quad bikes and amongst the sand dunes. And, yeah, so they're just taking up.
All right. Well, what else is happening?
Oh, I was wondering how you liked the song last night.
You know what? I liked it better than the other John Williamson song, actually.
Which one was that one?
The one you gave me yesterday, the one I played yesterday on the show, I liked it better than the first one about Teach Me to Drive or whatever.
That one was supposed to be funny. That was supposed to be talking, no singing.
Right. So I liked yesterday's better.
And it was funny right at the end, but you didn't play that bit.
Okay. Your phone's a little bit hard to understand this morning. You're kind of muffly. You're over-modulating, as we say in the radio business.
Oh.
You're a little.
How's this?
Yeah, you could back off just a little bit, maybe.
I was wondering, if Jeremiah and Haley and Iris are awake, they're probably having their breakfast, but ready to go to school. Just play that song, Have Among Gumtrees again, for them.
Again? You're getting demanding over there down under, I'm telling you. Well, I'll see if I can maybe...
Have you thought any more about letting me join you on your radio show after Larry's left?
Well,
when you want
What
A few
role?
more people.
What role? Well, you already are on my radio show every day, though. I mean, what else do you want to do?
Yeah, like you get a few people over there locally. Don't be in the studio with you and I'll do here. And be part of your show too.
So you would just join me, like you can't come to the studio, so you'd be on the phone like you are right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me give it some more thought, Derica. We got to hit the bottom of the hour break right now, though. The news at 6:30. So, but thank you for calling. Thanks for playing
Play that song. Play that song for Jeremiah, Haley, and Iris.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll sing.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Without the sound effects.
Without the boy, you're demanding. Just imagine if I make you more a part of the show, how demanding you're going to be every day. You'll think you're a superstar and you can have everything you want. All right, take care, Derek. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, then.
Bye. All right, Derica checking in from down under, demanding things here on WRMN on the first shift. I demand a newscast right now. We've reached 6:30 on this warm and windy morning. It's the first shift, Larry's last call on WRMN. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Cintas. The Elgin Image Awards were held last night at the Gail Borden Public Library. The event organized by Enhancing Elgin Committee of the Elgin Area Chamber Elgin Development Group, celebrating individuals and organizations making contributions to the communities. Awards including the Excellence in DEI, the Game Changer Project, and the Volunteer Extraordinaire were handed out last night. The Elgin Police Department is holding a special ceremony on Saturday as they're going to officially swear in 3 new K-9 officers, Charm, Ace, and Mac. Residents are invited to gather at the department at 10 a.m. to witness the swearing-in ceremony. Naperville Police investigating a shooting that occurred on Tested Drive on Monday. An 18-year-old male is hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. It happened just after 9 p.m. on Monday, with Naperville police officers finding the victim outside an apartment building and swiftly transporting them to medical care. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Build up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $500 on select LG major appliances. And get holiday inflatables for under $20. Because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 10/24 through 11/5. Applies to select LG major appliances only. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks return to action Thursday night. It's a road game at San Jose. The Sharks 2-7-2, Chicago 3-6-1. It's the first of 3 straight on the West Coast for the Blackhawks, who play a busy schedule. After tomorrow, they visit Los Angeles to play the Kings Saturday, then Anaheim on Sunday. Then it's back home a week from tonight against Detroit. The Bears visit the Cardinals this Sunday. Roster move on Tuesday. Chicago placed offensive lineman Bill Murray on the injured reserve. More heat on defensive back Tyreek Stevenson after video emerged of him making a playful bet with fans before the game. Stevenson was taunting fans just before Washington receiver Noah Brown connected the 52-yard Hail Mary for the improbable game-winning touchdown. Chicago's 4-3 heading into this Sunday. Arizona 4-4. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
October is ending, but I want to keep the fall fun going, so I shopped Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I saved 30% on top active brands like Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. Then I got my kids some boots for under $22, scored 50% off Food Network baking must-haves, and earned Kohl's Cash. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Flex styles. Offers end October 27th. Coupons do not apply to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum. From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago, this is the news of October 30th, 1924. Every boy and girl in Elgin were required to attend a school unless he or she is 16 years old, it was announced recently. Such actions are required by the state, according to Charles Abbott, and cases will be prosecuted in cases where they are not. Following Mr. Jarrett's report, read by Superintendent Fairchild at the most recent meeting, the Board of Education authorized the Judiciary Committee to take legal action against 6 parties refusing to attend school. The guilty group included 4 boys and 2 girls of high school, and in practically every case, the parents of the children have defied the school districts in attempting to get the minors back in school. During the past month, Mr. Jarrett has made 60 calls and reports that only 6 cases will have to be handled by state authorities. Other truant children have returned to school. In other action, Elgin High School Maroon 5 basketball folks indicate that the champions from last year will launch what promises to be one of the best seasons in the history of the Maroon and Cream this upcoming year. Among the early season attractions booked in the game include one with Monticello High School, former Elgin High School mentor. Coach Church hopes to play at Elgin in the upcoming week sometime as well. Plan to get started earlier than this year, declared athletic manager E.C. Wagner, announcing the tentative schedule for the 24-25 season. Prior to this season, never before in the history of the high school has the annual basketball program begun until well after. Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
JT. Jerry Turnquist. Been listening to him for a long, long time here on WRMN as well. This is also his final month of bringing you his reports. And there will be others taking over the reports for the Elgin History Museum starting the day after tomorrow. 6:36 as the first shift eases into a Wednesday morning here on Comfort Radio. I'm glad to provide you with some background noise. I try not to disturb you, though. I keep things simple so that you're not distracted from your work, or you're distracted from your driving, for that matter. I just try to make some nice, comfortable background noise. 6:37 here on the first shift. Larry Jones is here. He's the man of the day. He's in the other side, hanging out with gregarious Gina right now. Anna the Chairman, Director of Foreign Affairs, is on hand. I didn't see Anna come in, but she's here. I'll put her on the honker's log. And I'll put you as a part of our staff meeting. Let's check a few comments early this morning, and then I'll get into a few news stories. I get the feeling that I don't want to fall too far behind on comments today, or we'll never catch up. And same with the news. If I'm going to have some news on the show today, probably should happen right now, because later on this morning, who knows how much news we'll be able to work in during Larry's last call. It's a Larry Palooza today here on WRMN. All right, the Image 360 information line brought to you by Image 360 at 506 Sundown Road, South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support. Our friends Matt and Lisa and all the good people at Image 360, they helped WRMN look like a more vibrant place with all the lettering and the great old school radio that's on the window. Makes it look like you're looking into a radio when you look at the radio station, thanks to Image 360. Opening up the office doors every day is Linda Carter, and that's no No different today. She has opened up the office doors on our Image 360 information line at 12:02 this morning. I'm talking about Linda Carter. Linda Carter, Linda Carter, Linda Carter. Ooh, shh. Shh. Hey. Ooh, shh. Right on cue. Linda Carter. Thankfully, I didn't say the whole word, or the beep wouldn't have stopped me, although I guess it's not the first time that word's been said here on the radio station. Is it, Gary Dice? 6:39 here at WRMN. I saw Gary and his crew sitting outside yesterday as I was going down Lillian Street. Some of the great people that Gary hangs out with at Gary's Garage. It was such a nice warm day. Looks like they had brought the picnic table out and they were sitting in front of the garage, enjoying the last blast of warm days for 2024. Another one today, as we hit a high of about 80 today. Warm and windy. It's windy outside right now, as a matter of fact. I see the trees fluttering. I'm not sure if our street cam shows any of that. No, not really, but the trees are fluttering outside. Trust me. Linda Carter has sent us about 15 prayers to our prayer scoreboard to get us started this morning. We'll see if we reach new heights on the prayer scoreboard today. LC starts us off on the Image 360 information line. South Elgin Chris, rebranded as the Sultan of South Elgin, and he has sent a good picture, not just an animal picture. Not that the animal picture yesterday from TJ wasn't good. The Sultan says, good morning, Mark, Larry, and Shifters. Okay, today is day one for Larry, the final show. Gonna miss you, man. I did see this really cool old sign in the Lake Geneva area. Y'all make it a perky and peaceful day. Now, this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. Because I know in your travels, and maybe in the travels of a lot of you, you see signs like this. And let me throw it up on our YouTube feed at WRMN Radio on YouTube. It's near Lake Geneva, he says, the Chippewa Resort, featuring housekeeping units. And then a little non-operational piece of the sign underneath that. Do they have cable TV at the Chippewa Resort? That's a cool sign right there. Old school. From the Sultan of South Elgin, apparently near Lake Geneva. I can't say that I remember seeing that sign before, although we've been to Lake Geneva many times. 641, thanks for the picture, Sultan of South Elgin. Nando checked in at 4:34 this morning. Nando says, good morning, everyone. Have a great day. Checking in this morning at 4:34. Thanks, Nando. Blackhawks Brad, one of our first shifters on the engineering crew this morning. Notice we were down on the AM dial on the blowtorch for a little while last hour. MetroNet, one of our service providers, I guess, that keeps us up on the AM dial, not functioning properly, and it had been down for several hours, but it came back just in time for Larry's last call at 5:50 this morning. And BHB did give us a word of the day. I have not made a haiku out of it yet. Let's see what the word is. Omniscient. Omniscient describes someone or something with unlimited knowledge or understanding. I think he's describing Larry Jones, an omniscient human being. Omniscient with a sense of humor. That's possibly a rare combination. That's right, we're going to be losing a rare combination of talents with Larry leaving after today. I have to try to replace him in pieces, in small pieces. But I've been giving it some thought, and I'm going to make a few phone calls, and we're going to see what we can do to try to bring in maybe some various guests on for portions of the first shift maybe starting as early as next week. I got to see what everybody's availability is, or if some of the people I have in mind are even up for it. So I don't want to talk about it till I know it's going to happen. But Larry's last call today, so let's celebrate Larry today and worry about tomorrow. Although I do want to tell you that Diana Ortega Areth, who heads up Centro de Información, is going to be my guest tomorrow on the show. She'll be in to give us an update on what's been happening with Centro and the role it plays, and I'm sure the increasing role that it's been playing with all the wave of immigration and asylum seekers that have come to town. That reminds me of a picture that was sent to me late last week. And I'm looking for that picture right now so I can show it to you. But so far, I can't find the picture at the moment. It's 6:44. Here it is. The picture that was sent to me late last week. No, I still can't find. Oh, I know where to find that picture. Hold on. You may have seen it in Elgin over the last few months. It is this picture right here. I'm glad I'm like all over this, right? I got too many pictures that I have now sent to myself. And if you're watching the YouTube page of WRMN Radio on YouTube, it's that picture. It's an Imperio bus coming to town. And that bus came from Texas. And it pulled into town last Friday. There's the Texas plates to prove it. And I'm guessing more than likely that was another bus of asylum seekers coming to Elgin, Illinois. And I guess it dropped off another crew of people from Mexico, and I dropped them off over at the Butera near the new High Haven dispensary. That was last Friday. So I'm sure that a lot of them have been in touch with Diana and Centro de Información, and we'll get an update from Diana tomorrow. She'll be on at 8:30 tomorrow morning here on the show. Marcus Mack also joins me tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet, but Marcus will give us a sports update. He's got a sports show on Saturday mornings here at WRMN. From 10 until 12, it's the truth about Chicago sports. We have the Fox River Valley Sports Network Saturday mornings from 8 until noon. And sports on Saturday mornings actually starts at 7 a.m. with American Outdoors. America Outdoors, a new show that we've picked up amongst some of the new radio shows that we've acquired in the last few weeks from Talk Media Network. Listen to some of our new shows. I'll continue to let you know about them, and we'll have some promos running about them here on the air to remind you that they're on every Saturday and Sunday. And you can listen and let me know what you think by sending me an email at mark@WRMN1410.com. We'll rotate shows in and out. The ones that are successful and good we'll keep. And we'll continue to make adjustments as needed to make this the best sounding station 24/7 that we can. Community radio. More than just background noise. 647 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. That covers everybody right now on our Image 360 information line. We're in the chat room on YouTube at WRMN Radio as well this morning. And let's get started by saying good morning to Hector and the fam. Hector is the king of YouTube today. Good morning, Mark, and the first shifters from Hector, Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom in the house, raising the roof, and sending us 3 prayers to our prayer scoreboard this morning, and 3 thumbs up. Hector, the king of YouTube today. Dennis D. Not So Young also checked in this morning at 609 The Nightmare on Elm Street says, good morning, first shifters. Have a great day. Becky Blue Eyes checks in, sending us many rays of sunshine. We'll try to use a few of those rays to mix in amongst the clouds today. Becky Blue says, happy Wednesday, first shifters. Have an awesome day. Plenty of sunshine from Becky Blue Eyes. About 20 rays of sunshine for our imaginary sunshine scoreboard. Big Boss Man says, good morning, Mark and Larry. Have a great day. 15 more prayers to our prayer scoreboard. We're at 33 early this morning. Captain Keith says, enjoy the weather, shifters. All shifters matter in the eyes of the captain. Captain Keith, senior engineer, Elgin High, class of 1978, back when life was great and I was 8. And City Councilwoman Rose Martinez was graduating from Elgin High, a young whippersnapper getting ready to go into the service and serve our country. CK checked in. Good morning, Mark, Larry, and all the first shifters. Wishing you all a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe so you're not called out. And she's wishing Larry safe travels. He's leaving town to head back to Florida in just a few days. You will be truly missed, says CK. That's the truth. 45 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. 6:49 here at WRMN. Hector Soto says, good morning, Derica. Derica called in already today to say hi to a few people and once again pledge her willingness to volunteer as one of my co-hosts here on the show after Larry leaves. Send me your resume, Derica. I'll send you an application you can fill out. 6:50 here at WRMN. The Car Czar checks in. JP Car Shows says, good morning. Morning, John Polero. Hope you're feeling good today. Feel free to give us a call later if you want to. He checked in this morning at 6:31. Linda Carter. We'll see if we see Linda Carter this morning. Sometimes she comes and hangs with the ladies at the station like she did yesterday. I don't know why Linda Carter makes me think of the Pick 6, but she does. I guess she asked me about the Pick 6 quite a bit. The sheets are available if you want to fill one out. We have them in the Redemption Center. Oh, formerly known as the Redemption Center. Soon to be known as something much cooler with a nice hip name. The Community Center. And Linda Carter joins us there every once in a while. She'll probably grab a sheet from there this week. The games are also online at WRMN Radio on WRMN1410.com, rather. That's WRMN1410.com. Have a chance to win a $25 gift card to Rookies All-American Sports Pub and Grill. You can use it at Old Republic Bar and Grill on Randall. You can use it at Alexander's Cafe, Route 31. You can use it at the Village Squire of South Elgin or West Dundee. It's a $25 gift card to some great places in the area. If your picks are the best, congratulations to Steve Herod, last week's winner. He was the only one to go to perfect at 6-0 last week in the Pick 6. 6:51 here at WRMN. All right, we'll continue with the comments throughout the day. But we'll stop for now and get you a couple of news stories here. Things I've been tracking in the last 24 hours. We start with a crushing Carpentersville crash. One driver dead, another critically injured following a crash involving two semi-trailer trucks early Tuesday near Carpentersville, Route 31, Miller Road, officially in Dundee Township, about 7:30 a.m. The Kane County Sheriff's Office was called. It appears the driver of a Freightliner truck hauling an open load of sand was heading east on Miller Road and did not stop at a stop sign. The Freightliner was struck by a Mack truck. You've heard that saying before, right? I felt like I was hit by a Mack truck. Well, the Freightliner was, and it killed the driver of the Freightliner. The Mack truck was traveling south on Route 31. Investigators said the driver of the Freightliner was not wearing a seatbelt at the time he was ejected from the vehicle as it rolled. Spilling its cargo. Spilling the driver, who was pronounced dead at the scene. His identity was withheld pending notification of the family as of the time of this story. The force of the collision also caused the Mack truck to leave the road and come to rest about 300 feet into an open field. The Mack driver was transported to Advocate Sherman in Elgin in critical condition. Some of the comments I saw in the Daily Herald Peanut Gallery indicated they feel like there should be a red light at that intersection and not a stop sign. That may have made a difference. Jakes lives in that area. Maybe we'll get his comments because Jakes is here this morning. He's going to be a part of our show today. Jakes joins us on Fridays and will continue to, and we'll do our best without Larry on Friday. Jakes lives in the area, and he says semi-trucks should not be going down Miller Road in the first place. 6:54 here at WRMN. What time is it? We'll finish the stories this morning with Crime Time. It's Crime Time. I titled this story, Throwing Him Under the Bus. What a creative title. You'll see why in a moment. An Elgin area U46 school district bus driver is accused of sexually abusing a preschool student on a bus. According to DuPage County Court records, Dale Tetrev, 56 years old, of the 900 block of Hiawatha Drive in Elgin, on the east side, faces charges of aggravated criminal sexual abuse by a person in a position of trust or authority, aggravated criminal sexual abuse, and battery in a public place. He was arrested Monday. Tuesday, Judge Josh Deeden denied prosecutors' request to detain Tetrev while he is awaiting trial, so they did set him free. The charges allege that on February the 7th, Tetrev touched the 5-year-old girl over her clothing while she was a passenger on the bus he was driving. According to the petition for detention, the petition which was denied, the surveillance video showed Tetrev leaving his seat, approaching the girl, bending over and reaching towards her lap. And prosecutors allege that a video from February the 5th shows him spitting a drink bottle cap at the girl and then tickling her over her clothes while parked at Sycamore Elementary School in Bartlett. According to the petition, Tetrev told investigators the child's parents always buckled her incorrectly, so there was no need for him to fix or adjust her seatbelt. This was according to the petition, and that he touched her on impulse. Deeden ordered that Tetrev stay away from all schools and school buses and undergo a mental health evaluation and any recommended treatment. Well, I don't know what to say about that one. 6:56 here at WRMN. Everyone's presumed innocent until proven guilty, I guess. But if he is guilty, that's bad. Dale Tetrev, 56, of Hiawatha Drive. It is Pervs in the News morning as we go to Hoffman Estates next for a 30-year-old man who has been arrested for possession of child sexual abuse materials. Cook County judge ordered a 30-year-old man, Adam Regula, held. He was arrested last week, according to court records, charged with possession of material containing a moving depiction, a term that refers to video. Court documents show that Regula appeared before Judge Ellen Mandeltort last Friday. His next court date is scheduled for November the 22nd at 9 o'clock in Rolling Meadows. And we also have one from North Aurora. 2 North Aurora men facing child porn charges. Johnny Chang, age 32, and Anthony Edens, Jr., 23 years old, both of the same address in the 1000 block of Selwyn Parkway in North Aurora, were granted pretrial release on the 18th of October. Chang charged with 4 counts of possession of child porn. Edens charged with 5 counts of possession of child porn. and some other charges as well. The charges allege that on or about May the 8th, Chang and Edens possessed multiple videos they knew depicted child sexual abuse activities. So 3 different perv stories involving child sexual exploitation. Chang and Edens are due back in court on December the 4th. That wraps up this hour for now. More news coming up possibly in your phone call starting next hour. Larry's Last Call. It's 6:59 here on the First Shift. Good morning.
Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Cintas. Chicago's beloved Polar Express train ride will take a detour from its traditional route this year. Due to significant construction over at the Union Station, the enchanting holiday event will now operate at the Fox River Trolley Museum in Elgin, scheduled from November 30th to December 22nd. Nicor Gas is teaming with State Senator Christina Castro's office for a substantial donation to local families struggling to meet with basic needs. A recent event held at the Elgin Community College, distributing over 3,800 pounds of food and provided 240 energy efficiency kits to 241 families. 21-year-old Anderson A. Contreras has been denied bail after being charged with first-degree murder and aggravated battery. The incident, which claimed the life of 36-year-old Sunday Ogunjimi on October 12th, occurred due to a dispute over the color of clothing, that according to the Assistant State's Attorney. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Build up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $500 on select LG major appliances. And get holiday inflatables for under $20. Because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 10/24 through 11/5. Applies to select LG major appliances only. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Crime is up in Illinois, and I'm not sitting back to wait and watch dangerous, radical left policies destroy Kane County. I'm Andrew Sosnowski. I have over 35 years of experience with prosecutions of crime, advocating for victims and children. I will root out the causes of crime and be the lead county prosecutor who will fight for our freedom, safety, and security. Vote Andrew Sosnowski for Kane County State's Attorney. I'm Andrew Sosnowski, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Sosnowski for Kane Committee.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast to Coast right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears visit the Cardinals this Sunday. Roster move on Tuesday. Chicago placed offensive lineman Bill Murray on the injured reserve. More heat on defensive back Tyreek Stevenson after video emerged of him making a playful bet with fans before the game. Stevenson was taunting fans just before Washington receiver Noah Brown connected the 52-yard Hail Mary for the improbable game-winning touchdown. Chicago's 4-3 heading into this Sunday. Arizona 4-4. The Blackhawks return to action Thursday night. It's a road game at San Jose. The Sharks 2-7-2. Chicago 3-6-1. It's the first of 3 straight on the West Coast for the Blackhawks, who play a busy schedule. After tomorrow, they visit Los Angeles to play the Kings Saturday, then Anaheim on Sunday. Then it's back home a week from tonight against Detroit. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests,
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe, because when you talk, they hear you.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. The Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton. Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
Don't wish it away, don't look at it like it's forever. Between you and me, I could honestly say that things can only get better.
7:09, First Shift, Wednesday morning. I'm radio's Marky B. This is Larry's last call. Local legend Larry Jones sitting on my left. And to the left of him, Jakes is here.
Not quite a legend yet.
No. Working on it.
Right.
Takes about 30 more years.
Really?
To gain legendary status. I think you got to be 70 years old or above.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Then I can run for president.
Yeah. You want for president, you can be a local legend. Play one of your favorite songs, Larry.
You kind of had a Ray Charles sway going to you when you were listening to it.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite songs.
I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See that? I've been here 10 years with you, almost 8. I still say yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Elton John's got a lot of great songs. I wonder why you like this one the most.
I don't know. I don't know. Some of his I didn't like. A lot of his songs I like listening to. Not every one of his songs was like a song I liked.
Yeah.
That's all. But this was a song I liked.
I remember that, Larry. There's 2 songs that I can remember that you like a lot.
I know. And actually, since you don't pay attention to me very much anyway,
yeah,
I'm surprised that you know those 2.
Yeah. I'm not sure why. I must have been paying attention on those days.
That particular day. Yeah.
In those moments.
What's the odds?
Yeah.
I don't know.
11 past 7. Well, we have a lot of comments coming in, and if you want to join us on the show today.
And you should.
Yeah, you should.
Do that. Because it's my last show.
Right.
We're not going to have dead air.
No.
So if you don't call, you know where we're going to go right away.
You know what the default is.
You know.
And it sure can be the default today because we have Jakes hasn't even chimed in on it yet.
Yeah.
No.
That's right. No. And there's more to be angry about now.
There's plenty to be said, too.
There's more to be angry about than I even knew.
There's more to be angry about than you even knew?
Yes.
You may have to tell me then. I'm still stuck on the
I'm not gonna.
horrible play call.
I don't have to carry you anymore. I'm not telling you.
One more time.
All right, I can help you.
I'm talking about the Chicago Bears, by the way.
Yeah.
And some of the things we talked about on Monday.
I know.
Here on the show, the paper listens to our radio show.
I think you're right.
They listen to a local legend like you. And now I'm reading a lot of the same things that you said and that we talked about on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that Eberflus is doing a lot of things that should be questioned.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot about games where the Bears choked last season and lost.
Gave them away.
Oh, yeah.
Gave them away. Yeah.
Lost.
Mostly on the road.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like on the road is...
Blew a lead.
Yes.
Or celebrated way too early.
Way too early.
So on home games, the fans kind of help keep the Bears focused for 4 quarters, and
I don't know.
And they calm Eberflus down, and he can't seem to think well when they're on the road.
But I missed one of the points that, when you're not on, I don't always listen, Mark. I listen sometimes to sports.
I know.
And one of the things I missed when they were talking about, we had talked about the prevent defense and everything, but every expert talks about the play before the Hail Mary, how they gave up that 12 yards and let the receiver get out of bounds, and everybody said that should have been protected. What do you think? The quarterback's going to take off and run 60-some yards, or he's going to throw a pass that you can't get to? You know, that he couldn't have thrown that pass, that Hail Mary. He didn't make it in the end zone
Anyway.
with the pass.
Right.
If you would have put 12 more yards on that, it would have been at the 20 or whatever.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, true. So they let him have the 13-yard pass.
Yes.
And kill the clock by going out of bounds. And then at least put it to where Daniels' throw could get to the end zone.
Yes.
It was knocked up in the air at about the 1 or 2 yard line and then caught in the end zone. And then there was the taunting of Tyreek Stevenson. Pretty feeble apology, by the way, I thought.
I know.
Notes taken. Won't make that mistake again. I apologize to my teammates or something.
I wish I would have known that worked when my dad was mad at me.
Yeah.
But notes taken.
Got you, Dad. I'll fix it. I'm sorry.
It's fixable. Yeah, we'll fix this.
Yeah,
You know?
I wrote it down. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
You just cost him a game.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if behind the scenes the other players are like on him, but there's a lot of support being shown to him by other players.
To Tyreek Stevenson?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people go, well, that really didn't affect it all. And everything, they always do that. Like, there was a lot of components of the game that should have made that unimportant. Instead of saying, a 2-year player shouldn't be that stupid.
Well, and when you look at the end of the game as a whole, I didn't even realize that until one of my friends showed me a video that was, a viral video.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That was showing what was going on, and I was actually I was still wrapped up in the fact that the play that got them that 12 extra yards, and I noticed that they kept adding seconds to the clock too, and so I think on the play that play right before they had added a couple of seconds, so it was 12 seconds left. And then it was 5 seconds, and then it was 6 seconds, and then it was under 2 seconds, which was the last game or last throw. But when they got the ball, and it was 23 seconds left, I mean, everybody's like thinking, we should be able to get this. And
should be over, yeah.
But I've been a Bears fan for a very long time. I know that 23 seconds is a long time for them to screw it up.
Bears fan.
Yep. I know that there's always that possibility. And when they were trying and scrambling, Daniels gave them an additional 16 seconds to actually make that play.
They say it might be the longest play in NFL history as far as the quarterback having time to scramble.
And he covered 42 yards.
Running around?
Back and forth.
That's wild.
Now there's statistics
there's stats
for everything.
everywhere, yeah.
But he ran over 42 yards, and nobody really bothered him.
I was
like keep away with the big kid.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was wild because I watched the whole thing, and then as he threw it, I actually took about 20 steps closer to the TV in anticipation of something going awry, and then it happened, and I was like,
and
I don't even know if I'm shocked about it.
I know.
I definitely had an audible shout, and I was annoyed, and the friends that I was watching it with were also just screaming and going crazy. But I'm like, there's a part of me that's not really surprised. I wasn't even really shocked. I mean, I was I kind of expected that because it's the Bears. Of course, they're going to somehow let this thing slip away.
Jalen Johnson, he's the corner, one of the corners, right?
Yeah.
He says there's a guy that's supposed to be out in front in case it's short, and there's a guy that's supposed to be back in the back of the end zone in case it tips that way. Nobody will say who wasn't where they were supposed to be.
Right.
Nobody will point the finger and say the guy who. And the only thing Johnson said is, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, you have to fight the impulse to go for the ball. He said that it's like a reaction to a defensive back to go for the ball instead of staying where you're supposed to be. But he said there should have been somebody back there. It's man on man, and he said It's a Hail Mary. They never call pass interference on a Hail Mary. You can do anything you want during a Hail Mary. He said, nobody says anything.
And it's the last play of the game. What are they going to do? Half the distance to the goal?
Yeah, exactly.
And
the 1 yard line?
Yeah.
And they never call holding either, I guess.
No, they apparently...
especially on the Chiefs.
No, that's true. but nobody wants to point a finger. But I hope in the back, off on the side, you're a professional athlete, right? You might want to counsel a high schooler who does that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a college player, when you reach that level, nobody should say to you, you're going to miss, was it 4 seconds of a play, 4.5 seconds that play was running before he turned around.
Right.
Unbelievable. And if nobody would have pointed it out to him, there's a chance the game would have been over and he would have still been over. What?
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah.
He says he was cheering with Bears fans.
Yeah, that's
not taunting Commanders fans.
Well,
regardless, he was still not doing what he was supposed to be doing.
He wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there were 2 seconds left in the game. I get it. I mean, you would think that your defense would also be able to kind of hold down the fort at the 47-yard line. But, like, clearly, you still need to be in the game. Because there was a I don't remember what year it was, but it was a couple years ago that one of I don't remember what player it was, but one of our Bears players got the ball and ran all the way down to the end zone, stopped at the 1 yard line to do some sort of salute or dance or whatever, and then got creamed by a defensive player in the back, and he ended up fumbling the ball through the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Like, what are you doing? Pay attention to what's going on. Be mindful of, like, your surroundings and everything. Like, this guy who is standing over in the corner of the end zone, taunting, celebrating, whatever it was, he wasn't paying attention to the game. Like, come on, guy.
No. Actually, if you can somehow find the feed before that, the play before, Tony Romo explained exactly what you didn't want to let happen. Now, he didn't include having one of your players being over, not involved in the thing. But he talked about how you need to protect the sidelines, give up a little short. You know what I mean? Protect the sidelines, not let anybody get out, and nobody's going to throw it. They can't, he said, they can't reach a Hail Mary is not going to make it there. But they didn't. And in the end of the first half, they did. They came up and they kept them from getting extra yards at the end of the first half, but they didn't do it at the end of the game.
So it's like they just completely lost their focus and assumed they had the victory.
And I don't think Flues, he lets me call him that because we're close now.
I call him Ebes.
Yeah. Do you have any pet name for me?
Loser.
Anyway, I think that I think it's clear that your head coach shouldn't be your defensive coordinator. I think. Because I don't think it gives him time to look at the whole game. I don't think so. And I think it was, I hope he didn't approve handing the ball off to that offensive lineman at the 1. I hope that was just something that the that he called in, and maybe Flus was thinking about what are we going to do? What are we going to do after this? When we, what's our defense going to be when we're done? I don't know. I told you, I thought it was a poorly coached game. All in all.
Well, and the team that deserved to win won.
Of course.
I mean, the Commanders outplayed the Bears, head and shoulders above the rest of them. Like, it was well done on their end.
Except they couldn't score a touchdown.
They couldn't.
They could not score a touchdown.
I did notice that they definitely had the Robbie Gould effect going on, where they just had their kicker scoring all the points.
Yeah. I give the Bears defense credit, Jakes.
Yep, I do.
mean, they were down there and they held them. I mean, anytime your defense when you let a 61-yard pass, that was bad. A 61-yard completion on them, but they held them. And boy, the offense looked like bad.
Yep.
They looked bad.
But 7:22, we have a couple of phone calls.
Let's take the phone calls. We can put the Bears on the back burner.
Absolutely.
Yep. Larry's last call today. It's Larry Palooza.
No, not everything is a palooza.
Okay. It's
Larry's last call.
Larry's last call.
I like that.
Okay.
You did a good job with that one.
We'll check in here and see who this is. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey, George.
Hi, George.
This is a first, Larry. I am calling you, and I hope the sound quality is okay. I'm calling you on my cell phone in a phone booth. I'm in a phone booth. I'm in Bath, England, and I, of course, had to call to say goodbye, and it's a bittersweet day, of course, but I wanted to take a moment to publicly thank you and say goodbye, Larry. And I'd rather think of this as a leave of absence, an extended leave of absence, rather than a goodbye, and a reminder that you mean so much to so many of us. And on a personal level, Larry, I think of how many times over these last 5 years I was on my way downtown Chicago for another chemotherapy treatment, and listening to you and Mark on the way to the hospital made it a better morning and made it a better day. And I hope you never lose sight of that. And just know that you have made a monumental difference, not in just my life, but in so many lives. So thank you for the wonderful memories. Thank you for being there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And stay well, my dear friend, and long may you run. And that's my song, Mark. I know you've played that before, Neil Young. Mm-hmm. It's a car song, and it's a Larry Jones song at the same time.
What's the song again?
Long May You Run, Neil Young.
Neil Young, Long May You Run.
You know it. You played it before.
Okay.
Well, thanks, George. Thanks very much. Thanks.
And you'll be missed. But again, Larry, this is just an extended leave of absence. That's the way I think of it, not a farewell.
Well, I think I'm just going to be back in the spring sitting out at the table with the ladies, George. You know that's the best part of all this down here.
I'll be right next to you.
I know that. Exactly. Yep.
I'll be like, come in, guys.
Nope.
I got nothing to talk about. Nope.
Not going to happen.
And Mark, I spent the last 2 days in Brecon, Wales, which to me is like Marengo and Genoa, except for more shopping. Just beautiful, quaint little towns. I'm really finished with doing the big city thing. I was going to go to London. No, not that interested. Done that. But I'm taking in these smaller towns. It's just lovely, absolutely lovely. These little towns are imbued with friendliness and hospitality and just really nice, very mannerly, very comfortable.
That's awesome. So you're having a great trip?
I wouldn't go that far, but it's been it's been worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's an experience, though.
There we go. It's memorable.
There you go.
Yeah.
What time is it? You know,
I think it's like 2:30 or something.
I don't know.
Isn't it?
What time is it, George?
12:30.
12:30.
Oh, it's close.
12:30.
Yeah, they're actually, and that'll change when you set back the clocks. They're generally 6 hours ahead. Right now it's 5 hours.
Oh, okay.
Time change.
All right.
So.
All right, George.
Well, thank you for calling from overseas, man, and checking in with us.
Yeah, thanks very much,
Larry's
George.
international. He's worthy of these international calls.
I know.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, George.
Hey, Jake, so glad that you came in on Larry's last day, too. What a nice thing for you to do.
Yeah, man, I try.
Absolutely. Okay. Talk to you soon.
All right.
See you.
Bye.
All right, Genius George checking in this morning with us.
I love the fact that he was actually in a phone booth talking on his phone.
I know.
But I could totally see the passerbys being like, there's already one in there, right?
Yeah. I know.
A phone in the phone booth? Yeah.
I wonder if it's one of those red ones, so we always think about around in there. You know, the red phone booths.
Yeah.
They're kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
One more phone call. Now we have to take the bottom of the hour break, so keep that in mind, caller. If you, depending on who you are and you want to stay past the break, we can try to make that happen. But let's see who this is. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Good morning, Mike and Larry and Jake. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard the Bears coach me. I watched that whole game. He said we practice that play. They use that defensive lineman. They say we practice that all the time. It's what they didn't practice very damn good. They did that.
No, I thought I had read that too, that he actually did approve of that play call.
But I believe he covers everybody.
Well, yeah, he does.
I feel like he covers everybody. He'll probably say, I told Tyreek Stevenson, take a minute, celebrate.
Yeah, totally.
But then at the end, another one, he said, that 13-yard ball with 13-yard gain didn't hurt us. What do you mean? What the hell?
He said it didn't make any difference.
Yeah.
It didn't make any difference.
Difference of the whole game. Come on.
I know. Now he's too nice of a guy.
So he takes ownership for all this stuff.
Everything.
Well,
because he brought him there. I mean, I guess, you do have ownership. But once in a while, I think you got to look up and say, yeah, I brought him here. I didn't think he was an idiot.
Right. What would Mike Ditka have done?
Oh, well, first of all, this
would have been a couple of great days in the media with Mike Ditka.
Oh, it would have been great.
First of all, the offensive coordinator be fired.
Right then.
Another radio buddy, I very appreciate it. You did a great job. You and Mike and Jake and all them.
Thanks, Gary.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks.
Thanks for all you did when you would cheap police and all that, too.
Yeah, they paid me for that. It was all right. When people thank me for my service, I always say, you would have had to thank me if they didn't show up on payday.
Okay, Larry, take care, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Gary. Bye.
Take care, Gary.
Yeah.
Gary Dice checking in.
Mm-hmm.
One of our great callers, never been a lengthy caller.
Has the best garage that I've seen. The best garage.
We've spent a little bit of time out there.
We have.
Over the years.
I love that old fridge that he has. Yeah. It's really cool.
I like what's inside of it.
Oh, yeah, me too. But, it's a really awesome spot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's one of the only places around in the state of Illinois that I ever drink a spotted cow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good beer.
It is good beer. Yeah. I always try to get one when I'm in Wisconsin.
I always think it's like Coors. The fact that you can't get it here makes it even better. Remember? Yeah. Are you old enough to remember when we couldn't get Coors?
I do. I mean, obviously, it wasn't a factor to me, but I do remember.
Nothing like having a mule go to Colorado to bring beer back.
So it made Coors seem better because we couldn't get it.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll catch us bottom of the hour break at 7:30. It's Larry's last call. It's not Larry Palooza. It's a Larathon. Call us after the break at 847-931-1410. We'll check the news and be back here shortly on the first shift on this Wednesday. Another warm day here in the Fox River Valley.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Cintas. Nicor Gas is teaming with State Senator Christina Castro's office for a substantial donation to local families struggling to meet with basic needs. A recent event held at the Elgin Community College, distributing over 3,800 pounds of food and provided 240 energy efficiency kits to 241 families. 21-year-old Anderson A. Contreras has been denied bail after being charged with first-degree murder and aggravated battery. The incident, which claimed the life of 36-year-old Sunday Ogunjimi on October 12th, occurred due to a dispute over the color of clothing, that according to the assistant state's attorney. Chicago's beloved Polar Express train ride will take a detour from its traditional route this year. Due to significant construction over at the Union Station, the enchanting holiday event will now operate at the Fox River Trolley Museum in Elgin, scheduled from November 30th to December 22nd. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Build up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $500 on select LG major appliances. And get holiday inflatables for under $20. Because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 10/24 through 11/5. Applies to select LG major appliances only. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. World Series, the Yankees have forced Game 5 after an 11-4 win last night in the Bronx. The Dodgers up 3-1 in the best of 7. Anthony Volpe's third-inning grand slam overcame Freddie Freeman's record-setting home run. Freeman homered for his 6th consecutive series game, hitting a 2-run drive in the first. LA closed within 6-4 with a 2-run fifth that included Will Smith's homer off starter Luis Gil and an RBI grounder from Freeman. Austin Wells and Gleyber Torres added home home runs for the Yankees, who broke the game open with a 5-run eighth. They had scored just 7 runs over the first 3 games. Game 5 is tonight. Yankees ace Garrett Cole gets to start. Jack Flaherty gets the ball for the Dodgers in a rematch of Game 1 starting pitchers. The Yankees win tonight, forces Game 6. That'd be Friday in Los Angeles. Game 7, if necessary, Saturday in LA. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
October is ending, but I want to keep the fall fun going. So I shopped Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I saved 30% on top active brands like Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. Then I got my kids some boots for under $22. Scored 50% off Food Network baking must-haves. And earned Kohl's cash. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Flex styles. Offers end October 27th. Coupons do not apply to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum. From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago, this is the news of October 30th, 1924. Every boy and girl in Elgin were required to attend a school unless he or she is 16 years old, it was announced recently. Such actions are required by the state, according to Charles Abbott, and cases will be prosecuted in cases where they are not. Following Mr. Jarrett's report, read by Superintendent Fairchild at the most recent meeting, the Board of Education authorized the Judiciary Committee to take legal action against 6 parties refusing to attend school. The guilty group included 4 boys and 2 girls of high school, and in practically every case, the parents of the children have defied the school districts in attempting to get the minors back in school. During the past month, Mr. Jarrett has made 60 calls and reports that only 6 cases will have to be handled by state authorities. Other truant children have returned to school. In other action, Elgin High School Maroon 5 basketball folks indicate that the champions from last year will launch what promises to be one of the best seasons in the history of the Maroon and Cream this upcoming year. Among the early season attractions booked in the game include one with Monticello High School, former Elgin High School mentor. Coach Church hopes to play in Elgin in the upcoming week sometime as well. Plan to get started earlier than this year, declared athletic manager E.C. Wagner, announcing the tentative schedule for the 24-25 season. Prior to this season, never before in the history of the high school has the annual basketball program begun until well after. Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
Requested by Genius George. We don't have a lot of Neil Young fans sitting next to me here.
Oh no.
But this is a Neil Young song.
I'd ask him if he walked in now. I'd ask him to play in the other room.
Yeah.
In the community center?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just don't have it in me for him.
You know, this song sounds pretty good, though.
What's that something song, Moon? Something Moon.
Harvest Moon?
I kind of like that song by him. But he brought nothing to Crosby, Stills, and Nash, I thought. Nothing.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash in Denver.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to put him down.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think of what songs he vocalized for Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
He's lost in their harmony. He was nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Neil. I know you're a big listener.
Neil Young. Hey, you guys are giving him a hard time. Some of his songs don't sound too bad. They make you think.
Don't be a Neil apologist, Mark.
Yeah,
Neil.
Don't flus it up for him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't be a Neapolitan.
Yes, that's right. Well, you're just full of stuff today.
It's a Larathon.
I know. I like that, though.
It's a Larathon.
Uh-huh.
Join the Larathon this morning by giving us a call.
Yeah.
At 847-931-1410. You have a couple of minutes, otherwise we're going back to Bears talk.
You don't need any of that. They don't need that.
I still have a lot more of that story I want to get to.
I know.
From the Daily Herald. I thought it was pretty well written.
Yeah.
The Daily Herald story yesterday. It exemplified a lot of thoughts that a lot of people have.
Well, the press is at their best when there's a body for the vultures to pick at.
Yeah.
You know that? Yeah.
Yep. And the good thing about writing as opposed to like talking on the radio or being on live TV, you got time to think about it.
Yeah, it's true. And we certainly don't take time to think about it here.
I mean, we have to continue to fill the airwaves, so we can't.
I know. And I choose not to.
How can I say what I'm going to say exactly the way I want to say it? It's hard when you're speaking in the moment, but when you're writing,
oh yeah,
you can think about it for a minute and craftily.
That's what the delete button's for. Yeah. There's no mistakes when you're writing.
It's a 7:39 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410.
There's cake in the other room.
There is.
There is cake.
There's like a cheese thing. Cheese. It's like a cheesecake.
Apple. They were apple-like cheese things.
Appley.
There's meat and cheese.
There's meat and cheese. Anna brought that.
Yeah.
Anna brought the meat and cheese.
She brings the German side of every little thing together.
You know, I can see why Anna and I kind of share some similarities in our background.
It's your heritage.
I see a meat tray in the morning, I'm happy about it. Anna feels the same way.
I know. When I've been at hotels where people from Europe are there, their breakfasts are always, they have like sandwiches or they have meat and cheese and
things honestly,
yeah.
As long as it's not like Brussels sprouts or something. If I see a tray of food there, that just
good enough.
Me excited.
It's good enough. You don't ever look and go, that's not for breakfast.
Right.
No, I agree. It's going to surprise you. I seldom turn any of it down.
I mean, if there was like a chicken dinner or something, I'd be like, that's kind of early.
How about a wing, though?
I don't know.
Chicken wing in the morning?
I could have a wing in the morning.
So now, I do love breakfast food.
I can eat fried chicken in the morning.
But I mean, I could pretty much eat almost anything. But like, there's some times when I look at something that's just a little bit too dinner-esque at like 7, especially at 7 in the morning. That I'm like, it's a little heavy right now.
I like I like breakfast a lot.
I love breakfast.
I could eat it. That could be, if someone would say you can only have one type of meal, that would be my default.
That type of food.
Because, you can have steak and eggs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pork chop and eggs. You can have anything with eggs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
740 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410. Someone has taken us up on our wish not to talk about the Bears.
You don't know. Maybe it's somebody who wants to talk about the Bears.
Could be.
Maybe it's a flu supporter.
There's a Northwest Wes and Northwest Wesley Jr. II rolling by the radio station right now.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
I'm getting some heavy Friday vibes right now.
Yeah, of course.
It's going to throw my
You're
whole
going to throw
week
you all
off.
I know it.
Are you going to be able to make it 2 days this week, Jakes?
Yeah.
Okay. You were even on time today.
Oh, he's early.
I was early.
Early, I know.
It was early.
Yeah.
Would you get up at 6:15 instead of 6:30?
Yeah, 5:50, but whatever.
5:50?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I was here on time, especially because I thought Dean was going to be here at like 7. So I'm like, I want to make sure I'm on time.
Yeah, I know.
Dean's the one that's late.
Hey. Anyway.
7:41.
Maybe he's getting breakfast.
I still am astounded that when you told me you get up at 6:30 for a 7 o'clock show.
Yeah, dude.
I can't get over it.
I pushed that all the way to the limit, man. Come on.
You take like a wet washcloth with you?
You could just come down and sleep in your car. Come down about 10:30 or 11.
Yeah.
And I'll come over. Well, I can't now. I would have come over and packed and come on in now. Yeah. Come on in. Yeah.
All right. Phone lines are loaded down.
They are?
Yep.
Wow.
We're like, no, they're not going back to the Bears talk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the phone lines at 8-4. I was trying to think of something clever to say, but it didn't work.
We don't have time for that today.
847-931-1410. Let's start with T. Jakes. Tom Jacobson joining us this morning. Morning, Tom.
Well, actually, it's a lie. It's KJ.
It's KJX using T-Jakes' phone.
Yeah. She might actually want to talk about the Bears.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was. So this is our home phone. Believe it or not, we still have a home phone.
Wow. I don't think anybody has ever talked to us from a home phone. It's pretty cool.
I know.
Does anybody call you on that phone?
Yes, some people do, and not just solicitors, but the reason I kept the phone is because I like the phone number.
Right.
And I'm pretty tied to it. So.
Wow. We've been called from a home phone and from inside a phone booth.
In Wales.
Yeah, in Wales.
In Wales with our first two calls of the day today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, first of all, your invitation to call, I had to take you up on it and wish Larry the best.
Thanks, Tom.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah.
That's kind of his
been fun.
goal.
That's why he's quitting. He wants to be a stranger.
Yeah.
And yes, I was watching the Bears game on Sunday. It actually was played in our market. And, not the greatest game ever. I was excited that the Bears could keep them from scoring touchdowns, but still they were totally outplayed. And I actually transitioned during about 20 minutes in the car. I was listening to it but not watching it. And something happened, and I just had to text Christopher and ask him what was going on, because I was like...
I love how you guys both just look at me when she says that.
I met your mom in the hallway one time, and she said, "I'm Chris's mother." And I'm thinking, who's that?
Who's Chris?
As soon as I said it, I thought, "Oh, that was a faux pas." Anyway, but I was extremely disappointed, and I ended up watching the end of the game with a whole bunch of Bears fans, and that was kind of cool to be down here watching Bears fans.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing I have to say is the soundbite that you play for Northwest West.
Yeah.
I obviously did not hear that yesterday, but for some reason that was an earbug in my ear all day long, and I could not get rid of that.
Wow.
And I kept, "Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty." I'm like,
shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
Yeah, that's the rock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be in my head all day again today because I did hear it today.
There you go.
Well, no, just keep it in your head. Say it out loud. Maybe at a grocery store.
blurt it out somewhere.
Yeah, just shout it at someone random today.
Yeah.
And there's lots of thong-wearing fatties around here.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So anyway, wish you the best, Larry, and
Thanks, Hannah.
we'll see you around.
You bet. Okay, thank you.
All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling, Kyla. All right, man, bye. Kyla checking in.
Shut your mouth,
So
you
now we're in
thong-wearing
Florida.
fatty.
We're all over the map now. We're in Florida.
Yeah.
We're in Wales.
Australia.
Yeah. All around the world.
Yeah, that could happen.
So yeah. We're in northern Florida. You're going to be down there in, is Naples considered southern Florida? Southwest Florida?
Yeah. Matter of fact, the Fort Myer Airport is Southwest Regional Airport. Southwest Florida Regional Airport. Yeah.
Is that what they said, like on the local news? You're watching Southwest Florida's #1 eyewitness news.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
847-931-1410. Let's stay on the phones and check in with could be a first-time caller.
Really?
Could be. I don't remember her calling before. I know her. You know her.
Okay.
But I don't think she's ever
Why don't
called
we
the
all
show.
get to know her?
Let's all get to know her. She's Jeanette Mahalik.
Oh, sure. She's called before, I think.
She has?
I think so. Haven't you, Jeanette?
I've texted. I don't know if I've called.
Oh, well, it's like the same.
Okay, well, good morning, gentlemen. I'm just calling to wish Larry the best. I've enjoyed hearing you on Mark's show, and I'm hoping that we'll still see you around here, even though you're all the way, a million miles away in Huntley. But just wanted to thank you for adding to the show, and you're a good guy.
Thanks, Jeanette. I appreciate that. Thank you. I've known Jeanette a long time.
That's what I thought you said before. Yeah,
long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I thought my ex-husband worked for him when he was when Larry was the chief.
Yep.
Wow. Hey, I got to ask you one question on another note, Jeanette.
I thought this was all about me.
It is. It's Larry.
You can't hijack
Larry Latunic.
I can't ask her this question? Go ahead. Okay. Every single time I've gone by the township building where Jeanette works in the last week, the back parking lot's been packed. The front parking lot has had cars, and this is happening at the Gailboard Library. It's happening all around. I know it's just maybe a wild guess, Jeanette, but we're going to break a record for most votes, especially early voting, right? It's been crazy.
Well, all I can say is that the poor folks that are working downstairs aren't getting much in the way of breaks because it's averaging over 100 people an hour coming through.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You got Rita and Gordon working hard down there. Yeah.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. Yeah. I mean, there was over 900 yesterday and Friday.
Wow. So that's good news.
So, yes. And, hey, an enthusiastic electorate is good, especially if they're informed.
They make announcements there when it's somebody's first time voting. They actually do.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Oh, that's nice.
And while I was in line, there was 3 or 4 that were their first time voting. Is ever. that right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's been really cool to see either the young people or new citizens. Last week, one new citizen, he stood in front of the electronic messaging sign when it had the early voting panel on it and had his little sticker on his finger, and his wife took his picture. It was very touching.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for calling, Jeanette. Thanks, Jeanette.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Hey, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Yeah. Man, I do not want to vote. I do not want to have anything to do with this. I don't want to be by it. I don't want to be near it. I don't want to have any, I don't want anything to do with it.
I haven't gone yet, but I think we've decided when we're going to go to try to see if this helps avoid some of the long line problems. Tomorrow during trick-or-treating time.
There you go.
We're going to go tomorrow on Halloween. Is this your way of justifying not being home to give stuff to kids? Kill 2 birds with the same stone. What a curmudgeon. Oh, my God. How we don't get that many walkers through our neighborhood anyway. Our neighborhood veiled is
Why
this.
do kids have Election Day off?
It's a lot of tension.
Like, what? Why? I mean, I realized way back in the day.
I think it's a holiday.
Well, it is. Well, they made it a holiday.
Yeah,
I realized years and years ago, and I'm talking like decades.
Yeah.
They used schools as polling places, but they haven't done that in forever.
Years and years ago, taverns couldn't be open on Election Day.
That's kind of when they need to be open the most.
I know, but that was like an old law years ago. Taverns could not be open on Election Day.
Wow.
Yeah. I bet. I'd like to think people are all drunk when they make bad decisions.
Totally. Yeah, man.
How'd this happen? I was drunk.
I was hammered.
That's why they close bars on Election days. They don't want that excuse for exactly. Yeah. I think it's so people couldn't go buy votes. Come on, I'll buy you. Oh yeah. Let me buy you a beer, and then why don't you go vote? Huh? Come on. Everybody around on me after we get back from the poll. That's right. Exactly.
Well, that's after we get back from the poll.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous that kids have the day off of school, and they're not even, most of them aren't even voting.
Well, don't forget they have mental health days now, too.
Well, yeah. I call those days of the week.
Yeah.
All of them.
I can't get over it. 7:50 here at WRMN. Look at that Colts quarterback being too tired to play. It's just further sign of what we're producing nowadays.
Oh, yes.
I can't go to school. I'm too stressed. And I can't go in for the last play that I have to hand off because I'm too tired.
Yeah, or sad. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm sad. Like, we're all sad. We all cheer up at the same time, 5 o'clock on Friday.
Anthony Richardson took a mental health moment. I did. Yeah. Well, I think they might sit him a little bit. They actually said Flacco was going to start the next game. Really? Because of that? Well, the coach didn't say that. He had some other thing. But how ironic it's at the very next game after you dial up, Oh, yeah. He goes over, use the phone. Hi, I'm going to have to call in. This is Anthony's mom.
Literally phoning it in.
Yeah, this is Anthony's mom. He can't come in this snap. 7:52. Oh, I wish Eberflus would have some cods and suspend Stevenson for a game. He won't talk about it. He will not talk. Well, if he's not playing next Sunday, then we'd know something happened. Even if they don't start him, at least there'll be a message, right? I've seen managers in baseball do it. Yeah. Guys who quit running out ground balls and stuff, and all of a sudden they don't start the next game. There's a message there.
Yeah.
You get embarrassed. Sometimes you have to be embarrassed.
Yeah. All right, stay on the phones here, and we check in with the commander, Mark Smith, calling in today. Hey, Mark, good morning.
Hey, good morning, gents. How you doing?
We're good, Mark.
Good. Hey, Jakes, get out there and vote, buddy. Jill and I went yesterday afternoon about 5:15 to Gale Borden. I was concerned that it was going to be packed, but we got in and out of there about 10, 15 minutes, so it was a pretty good process.
Mm-hmm. That's good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good.
So you can get home and for the trick-or-treaters, Mark.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, there you go. It was running like a well-oiled machine in there, so it was nice.
Can I wear my costume to the voting? To vote?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd be right. You'd be good. No, just wanted to call in. I know I told you, Larry, on Sunday, but hey, we're going to miss you. Thanks, all you've done for the community over the years here with your voice and your platform on WRMN, and especially for me personally, just thanks for supporting the Legions, whether it's here in Elgin, coming to our cruise night, grabbing some food, or in Huntley. Doesn't matter what Legion you support, right? It all helps local veterans when you come to those places. So just thanks for being a friend of the Legion, and we're going to miss you, and I'm sure I'll see you out there.
You will, Mark.
Next summer on the cruises,
you will.
Shows, and all that good stuff.
You will. Thanks, Mark. Thanks a lot.
You're going to be missed, buddy. So
All right.
have a great show.
Thanks.
And safe travels when you head to Florida.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for calling, Commander.
You got it. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right.
I just saw Mark's name in an article.
You did?
Yeah. He's a candidate for the city council.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just saw it in an article today.
Did it mention all the candidates for city council?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You remember my friend Chief Lally.
What is she doing here? No. Well, grab a mic, Chief.
Come, sit down.
We have an extra one for you.
Yeah.
I'll zoom out the
Hello.
camera so we can get you on camera, too. It's 7:54 here at WRMN, AM 1410, and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Got some other callers we'll get to in just a few minutes. Stay patient with us. This is a Larathon. It goes all the way
They've
until
called
10.
it-
Are you feeling okay?
I was, man, I had some allergies and
Really?
a cold. And
I told Mark I thought you were just a little too broken up about the last Friday.
Okay, well, we'll go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
If that bothers him, we'll go with that. Yeah.
It
Does
kinda
bother you,
does.
Mark? No, so I wanted to stop in, so I wasn't here Friday. And then sometimes I listen to you, Mark, in the morning. Sometimes I don't. It just depends,
What I'm talking about?
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, not today. Click it.
Can't handle this.
Not today.
30
I'll
minutes
see you
on Friday.
I'll see you Friday. Yeah. But no, I'm glad I caught it. So today's your last day. And I just want to say thank you for everything.
Thanks, Sam.
I just kind of got to know you in passing and stuff. And so I really appreciate.
Well, you're a youngster.
Well,
You're a youngster.
I don't know if I'm young, but
I knew
okay.
the Chiefs before you better.
You did, yes. So
Yeah.
I want to just say thank you, one, for everything that you did, just being a police chief, and that's a lot, and it's a hard job, and I know you've been retired, but doing what you do for the show and giving perspective when Mark needs it as it relates to police matters.
Every time she turns the radio off, I get perspective
I'm like,
from you.
okay, Larry's talking. Okay, that's oh God, I don't even know what that is. There's a head on the table here. Hey, look at that.
It kind of looks like man cow.
I know.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you did, but it does look like man cow.
Did you look like man cow in your younger years?
No,
Larry?
not at all. Not at all.
No. Well, we'll show that.
First of all, I never had this in my younger years.
No.
I never did.
Oh, this is kind of freaky.
We'll show that.
It's kind of freaky, isn't it?
Just a little bit. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just on my way to work, and I want to stop by and
Thanks.
say thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Enjoy whatever it is that you're going to do, right?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Nothing.
I mean-
You're gonna do nothing.
I don't know what I'll do.
Yeah, right.
but I'll
Life
do.
goes quick,
Well,
so
you
you
just
gotta-
stay at it, kid.
I will.
Okay.
I will. I'm gonna
I
stay
got
at
to
it
tell
for-
you, I was talking one time to a man who was the state's attorney. Then he went on to be judge, and he told me, and he's not the kind of guy to suck up to people.
Mm-hmm.
He told me, I believe being a chief of police is the hardest job in the world.
Yeah, it's up there. I'll say that. It's
I know.
up there.
I know.
Yeah.
It's really
Yes.
one of those things where you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
you know
never
what,
had,
dude?
when the phone rang and they never called me to tell me what a great, how good things are going
hey,
down.
good morning.
Chief, you should be down here. Things are
I'm
so
just
cool.
calling to tell you how great it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks,
but
Anna.
you know where I'm at. Stay
I
in
do.
touch. If you need anything, please let me know. And thank
I
you
will.
for everything you've done.
Thanks
So,
very
thank
much.
you.
Thanks
All
for
right,
stopping
guys,
by.
enjoy
And you
your
know what,
show.
Chief? You know what happens to retired police chiefs? They become radio announcers. You're going to be Larry's replacement eventually.
First of all, I'd like to clear it up. I'm a personality.
Yes.
I'm not an announcer.
He's
Announcer is the
the
person
show,
who does
Mark. He's the
promos.
show.
See, that's why
you're a talent.
That's why you're never going to get beyond where you're at. That attitude.
That's it. See, I'm going to miss that, right?
I know. I'm going to really miss that
on Friday
too.
mornings, he's here and he's,
I can see in your eyes you're going to miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
that's okay. I'll help you out.
You have a big. You got to. At least for a half hour? Are you here a half hour, an hour on Friday?
A half hour. That's all I can take. That's it. That's enough.
Then we're going to turn it over to Steve Thorne after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, take care, you guys.
Thanks,
take
Hannah.
care. Have a good day, you guys.
See you, Chief.
Bye.
Chief Hannah Lally, badge 240.
Yes.
She wants to be tough on me, but she really likes me.
Yeah, I could see that.
She really likes me.
Couldn't you, Jake? What? I could see the warmth in Anna's eyes, how much she likes Mark.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oozing. It was oozing friendship.
Now
Good morning.
Dino's here. He's replacing Chief Lally at the microphone now for the final 45 seconds of this hour.
You know, we got hard breaks here. I don't know if you know that,
this
kid.
is what we're all about.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hi, Dean. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I want to explain my absence. Jake came here on time. How cool is that?
He was early. He was very early.
I was totally impressed. What happened was, I had those paranormal people on the radio. Remember I told you how that kind of freaks me out a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, it freaks me out. I got home last night, and the pictures I have on the wall, one of them came down and crashed this glass.
Oh.
So, your gift that we made for you. I said, you know what? I can't believe this. I got to give this to Larry tomorrow. So I called the guy that I got this from, and he says, well, I'll open up early and I'll meet you. So I met him early, and that's why I'm late.
Wow. Well, I'm
for
sorry.
being late. I wanted to be here at 7 o'clock, but I says, you know what? I'm not part of the regular crew. Here's the regular crew. You three guys, especially on Friday.
On breaks.
We're on the break, buddy.
We're on the break. So
Can you stay with us during the break?
Yeah, and I'll stick to you. We'll talk a little bit.
First shift continues.
And made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin Campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Rooted in their family Mexican history, churros are made daily with love. Churros and Chocolate at 2533 West Algonquin Road has churros made from family recipes with care and fresh each day with delicious fillings. There's also the Frida Cafe where you can relax and catch up with a friend while having a warm drink. Try Churros and Chocolate specialty churros, the churro sundae, or take home a churro cake. Visit churros, the letter Y, chocolateinc.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. The Elgin Image Awards were held last night at the Gail Borden Public Library. The event organized by Enhancing Elgin Committee of the Elgin Area Chamber Elgin Development Group, celebrating individuals and organizations making contributions to the communities. Awards including the Excellence in DEI, the Game Changer Project, and the Volunteer Extraordinaire were handed out last night. The Elgin Police Department is holding a special ceremony on Saturday as they're going to officially swear in 3 new K-9 officers, Charm, Ace, and Mac. Residents are invited to gather at the department at 10 a.m. to witness the swearing-in ceremony. Naperville Police investigating a shooting that occurred on Testa Drive on Monday. An 18-year-old male is hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. It happened just after 9 p.m. on Monday, with Naperville police officers finding the victim outside an apartment building and swiftly transporting them to medical care. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Build up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $500 on select LG major appliances. And get holiday inflatables for under $20. Because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 10/24 through 11/5. Applies to select LG major appliances only. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks return to action Thursday night. It's a road game at San Jose. The Sharks 2-7-2, Chicago 3-6-1. It's the first of three straight on the West Coast for the Blackhawks, who play a busy schedule. After tomorrow, they visit Los Angeles to play the Kings Saturday, then Anaheim on Sunday. Then it's back home a week from tonight against Detroit. The Bears visit the Cardinals this Sunday. Roster move on Tuesday. Chicago placed offensive lineman Bill Murray on the injured reserve. More heat on defensive back Tyreek Stevenson after video emerged of him making a playful bet with fans before the game. Stevenson was taunting fans just before Washington receiver Noah Brown connected the 52-yard Hail Mary for the improbable game-winning touchdown. Chicago's 4-3 heading into this Sunday. Arizona 4-4. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
October is ending, but I want to keep the fall fun going. So I shopped Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I saved 30% on top active brands like Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. Then I got my kids some boots for under $22. Scored 50% off Food Network baking must-haves, and earned Kohl's Cash. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Select styles. Offers end October 27th. Coupons do not apply to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge, proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Adrenaline Monkey is located inside the Life Zone 360 building on Route 72 in West Dundee. Release your inner wild child at Adrenaline Monkey. It's the area's highest octane indoor adventure center. Perfect for the whole family too. Adventurers of all ages can try Ninja Warrior obstacles, rock climbing, vertical adventures, and aerial course. Adrenaline Monkey can also host your organization's team building programs. Half-day and full-day sessions are available. Visit adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The word is out. Nissans cost less on Route 19, but that's not all. Parts, service, and body shop, they all cost less at McGrath Nissan. Used cars, too. The reason why is how hard we try. Right now, get 0% APR financing on select new Nissan models at McGrath Nissan because
Nissans cost less on Route 19.
Come to Elgin.
See what we mean.
Twin Gyros, located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, serves traditional gyros as well as its award-winning chicken gyros on a pita. Twin Gyros has a diverse menu that includes barbecue ribs, chicken dinners, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Check out the full menu at twinsgyros.com. That's Twins Gyros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois.
I actually hate that song.
I know you hate that song. It's Larry's favorite song.
I can't stand it.
Really? It's my ringtone.
Terrible.
Which,
I've actually always said, if you really want to hate your favorite song, make it your ringtone. Because, like, especially if you were, busy or like got a lot of calls or text messages or something, that's the quickest way to get tired of your favorite song.
Yeah, true. Welcome back to the first shift. 8 o'clock hour, WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. We've had a lot of patient holders on the phone through the entire top of the hour break.
That's pretty loyal. That's pretty diligent people.
Yeah. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Thanks, buddy.
The Larry-thon continues. You were partying too hard in the other room.
There's women. There's women.
Yeah.
There's cake. There's meat and cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know why I even came back out here.
Good point.
Yeah.
With me is local legend Larry Jones for the last regular time.
Yeah,
we have Jake's with us. In about 30 years, he'll be a local legend. And we have Dino with us.
And I never want to live that long to be a legend.
No. Well, you brought the... we should get that in the picture somehow. I wonder.
Yeah, we'll work it in.
Yeah, okay. The gift that Dino has put together for Larry, and he had to make some late last night replacements to get the glass fixed.
Yeah, because the spirits.
There was paranormal activity at his house.
They came after me.
That Bobby Anderson is the one that did it to me, talking about Mary.
You're lucky you didn't come home and one of your pictures the eyes didn't follow you around the house.
Sometimes I think they do. I think my ex-wife has it bugged up that way. She wants to keep an eye on what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take some phone calls, 847-931-1410. And we start with City Councilman Steve Thorne, who did hold through the break.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, fellas, and especially Larry.
Hey, Steve.
Just wanted to thank you for all you add to the morning show, Larry. My wife sends the same, and she's always enjoyed your quick wit and your candor. And on a side note, though, I wanted to, because she's listening, I wanted to extend a congratulations to Jeanette Mahalik, because she was one of the recipients last night of a wonderful and proud Elgin Image Award.
She was.
So that was a great event last night. I would guess 300 people there, and it was very, very well attended.
She's a good person. Not only is she successful, she's a good person. Yeah.
Yes, I was with one of your partners there, Mark. Janet Regala was at the little stand-up table where I was at.
Shouldn't I know you have a partner?
People were there.
A trustee partner.
Oh,
trustee partner.
He's cheating on you already.
I'm not even out of town.
Long. That's it. It doesn't take Mark long.
Well, you want to make sure you find another girlfriend before you break up with your girlfriend. So
Right.
same thing with Larry.
See,
you want to find someone before you take
That's
off.
exactly it. I tried to tell my daughter that about a job. She didn't get it.
I'm going to quit my job. We got to have another job first.
No, I only heard what you should have. That was it.
But she's got dad. She doesn't need a backup
That's
job.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, just a kudos to Jeanette for all that she did. She was well deserved. But Larry, I just wanted to thank you and wish you well, and let you know. I know I speak for many that don't call in. There's thousands of listeners that don't call in, but they listen. And different comments are made here and there. And I know you've heard it when you've been at even car shows. Oh, you're Larry Jones from the radio.
I do. Yeah.
Yep. Well, anyway, I'm speaking for everybody that you will be missed, and we all wish you well.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks very much. Thanks.
All righty.
Thanks.
All right, Steve.
Take care, guys.
Take care, Steve.
Steve's another one who puts up with me for half an hour a week, along with Chief Anna Lally. He follows her up.
Half an hour is not really that much.
Yeah. Thanks to Chief Anna Lally for stopping in. That was nice last hour.
I know. That's what we do.
You good buds.
That bond that they have.
Yeah.
You see it. It's just right there.
I didn't really, Anna is the first chief that I didn't really know. I mean, I knew Jeff very well. I remember when Jeff Swoboda, when he was new, his first field training officer was a really good friend of mine. I met him when he was like brand new out of the academy, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And then before him, I take that back. The chief before him, I didn't know. I can't think of her name now. But, yeah. Mm-hmm. But Elgin's blessed to have had a line of good chiefs who care about the city. It's a good thing.
8:14 here at WRMN. By the way, before we take our next phone call, this list won't go away from my phone.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and see it real fast. I brought it up when you must have seen that article about who the candidates are going to be for the Elgin City Council.
I read the papers, Mark.
Yeah. There's 8 candidates, right?
Yes.
For 4 spots.
4 spots. And Cheryl Rauschenberger, is that her?
Carol.
Carol?
Yeah.
She's not going to run. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's 3 incumbent spots.
That sounds like I didn't know their names, but I'm afraid I've already shut down a little bit.
Yeah. 3 incumbents are running for the 4 open spots. The incumbents running for the 4 open spots are the guy that just called, Steve Thorne, along with Dustin Good and
Corey Dixon.
That's right. And then the others are Mark Smith, who called right before the top of the hour break,
right,
along with Deanna Alfaro, Maggie Byer, friend of ours.
I met her.
She was at the party the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie Byer, young Cecilia Brooks, who's made her presence felt around here behind the scenes a little bit lately, and she helped out with America's First Responders Fest.
Oh, I know who she is, yes.
Yeah, 24 years old, I think, running for Elgin City Council. How about that for ambition?
Right.
And someone named Eric Bosque Pena, not familiar with. But 8 candidates.
You'll know him soon.
Yeah.
Before April, you'll know him, I'm sure.
8:15 here at WRMN. We'll go back to the phones and take a couple more phone calls here. Let's see who this is. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Hey, Marky B, Larry, and Jack.
Oh, here we go. Good day.
It's Derica. Hi, Derica.
Hi. Larry, I just want to wish you good luck again. Even though I'm in Australia, I'll miss seeing you on YouTube. It's the only way I can see your radio show. But I can't listen to you on my radio. It won't work. But I wanted to say hello to Hector Soto and Linda Carter. They've made comments in the YouTube. And to the police chief, I hope she and her staff have a safe day today. And can I request a song for Larry? Please.
Pardon me?
What?
Request a song for Larry.
What song would you like to request for Larry?
It's by John Williamson, True Blue.
True Blue by John Williamson. You're a big John Williamson fan, aren't you?
Well, he is a popular Australian musician, so
Okay.
he's a nice guy, and he even went to Steve Irwin's memorial, and he played there.
Okay.
He played that song and Home Among the Gum Trees at Steve Irwin's memorial, so he is a good guy.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see if I can work that in, Derica.
Okay, then.
All right, then. Well, thanks for calling.
Thanks, Derica. Take care.
Well, good luck. Good luck, Larry.
Thanks very much, hon. Thank you. See, I only know Helen Reddy. That's the only Australian singer I know. Helen Reddy. Yeah.
Well, Helen Reddy was Australian.
Huh?
She's Australian? Helen? I
Yeah,
didn't know
she
that.
was Australian. Yeah.
Is Olivia Newton-John Australian?
Yeah. How'd I forget that?
Yeah.
Again, I'm already kind of on.
You're losing it.
I'm on. Good thing I'm leaving.
Yeah, I know, right?
Larry, just because there's 2 seconds left in the game doesn't mean you can start celebrating.
Yeah, I know. That's a good point, pal.
Yeah, you got to play until there's zeros on the clock.
Yeah, I know.
Tyreek Stevenson knows that now.
In my defense, I'm a little tired.
You're going to phone it in for the
I'm
next
gonna phone
for the
it
last
in.
half hour?
Yeah.
817 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410. We have one more caller on the line right now. Got some open phone lines if you want to get in and be a part of our Larathon today. Larry's going to be here till 10.
Yeah.
And then we'll have out to lunch with Matt.
You know, before you get that call, we got to get Jake's to practice that. Yeah. Can you get that? Yeah. So every there's a little something that's good or bad. Yeah.
Don't do it, because then Mark will make some kind of a promo and you look like a goof.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That was one of his better promos, I hate to tell you. I like that one.
Yeah.
You sounded good there. Yeah.
818 here at WRMN. We've got to get the Larry Jones promos out of here.
I never could get rid of my yeah. I got rid of a lot of my pronouns, but I never could get rid of my yeah.
It's okay.
All right.
It's part of your charm.
Yeah.
We'll stay on the phones and check in with this caller. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Hey, Larry. Adios, amigo.
Hey, Jim. How are you, buddy?
Doing good.
Good.
Well wishes to you in the future, in your journey in life, from both me and my wife.
Thanks very much. I appreciate that.
He's a poet and he didn't even know it.
Pardon me?
I said you're a poet and you didn't even know it. I like the rhyming that you just did.
I did.
It was very good.
That's right. And so, I got to say, you were a tremendous asset to the radio show. But, things change and you got to move on. You've been through it before and you'll do it again.
Oh,
so,
sure.
Well wishes.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it, Jim. Thanks for calling, too.
You're welcome. And I just want to make a comment on something you guys touched on earlier. It brought back memories of the past. You were talking about bars being closed on Election Day.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking back to the first. I think it was the first time I was assigned to a polling place in Chicago, and it was actually in the precinct where the city clerk lived. That was Eddie Barrett at the time, and so bars were closed. Right, you couldn't get a drink. But what they did there at the polling place, they had the drinks in the polling place.
There you go.
That's
nice.
Well, in Chicago, didn't they used to hand out the pints to get you to go and vote? I mean, that was another way. That was
on Skid Row.
There
on
you
Skid
go.
Row, what they would do is they would give each wino a half pint of cheap wine to go in and pull the Democratic lever.
Yep.
But that was what they did at that particular location. That I was, they had a curtain, and behind the curtain, they had a little bar set up, so the loyal voters could go in there and have a shot of whiskey or whatever.
Always a yes vote there.
After they pulled the lever, not before. After.
Of course. If you gave it to them before, they'd walk out.
Well, yeah, you weren't sure if they were going to go the right way. I suppose.
Exactly.
But yeah, so and so. There was no opposition by anybody there, because if you opposed what was the activity that was going on, you'd wind up in Hegwish the next day. So
yeah,
you know how that works. So anyway, that's all I got to say.
All right, buddy.
And take care, guys.
Take care, Jim. See you.
See you, James.
Bye.
I got a text message the other day. I've actually gotten a couple of them, and it was it's like, please get out and vote, because if you don't vote, the Democrats win.
Really?
I was like, well, what if I am a Democrat?
Yeah.
I mean, I lean.
So don't vote.
I lean Republican. But I mean, right now I hate everybody.
Who sent you the text, I wonder?
No idea.
Well, maybe the Kane County Republicans bought a text message campaign or something.
Sure.
Yeah. 8:22 here at WRMN. I won't miss the signs. They're everywhere these days.
I feel like I feel like they are. It's just littering our streets everywhere. I'm like, there's so much plastic out there in these signs that I'm just like, what are you going to do with all of these things?
Save them till the next time they run.
Maybe.
Yeah. And just change
Is
the
that
year.
What you do?
Tape over the old year and put the new year.
Do you have signs? You have signs? Don't you have signs?
Yeah, I have some left over from last time.
Of course. Yeah. You don't want to don't put a year on them, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8:22 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410. We have Westside Freddie on the phone now. Hey, Westside.
Hey, you guys.
Hey,
Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm confused. I thought today was Friday.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Jake was so confused. He thought it was Sunday. So anyway, I like the conversation that was going earlier about breakfast and food. Like Jake's myself, I rode the dorms for a couple of years, so you learn to eat whatever's in that little fridge on the weekends because cafeterias are closed. So yeah, I remember eating Ritz pies for a week on weekends.
Ritz
pies you could buy.
I just learned about Ritz pies the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's ironic that Westside's bringing it up now in the
Totally.
conversation.
Yeah.
Great minds. Great minds.
Yeah, it's like a college thing. So, but yeah, anything goes once you've lived in a dorm.
Ritz like Ritz crackers?
I don't know. If you learned about them, Jakes, maybe you should share.
It's they come in chocolate cream or vanilla cream or in banana cream.
Yeah, it's
those like
a moon pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're super cheap. I mean, they're still probably $1.50 now.
Yeah, for three of them.
Yeah,
for all three. But hey, I just want to say, Larry, man, you've been outstanding. I think we first met when you guys did that thing at the library, and that was like free shifter
baseball.
Yeah,
yeah, the baseball thing.
Glad you brought that up. Yeah, that was a fun day.
That was fun. I mean, that was when I first met Linda Carter. There's only like 10 of us. You had 50 chairs for 10 people, but that was the start of it. That was the birth. I think Ed was still chief. I don't remember. Or was that Chief O'Leary's like first year? But that was a good time, and we hung out since. All us shifters and Larry, I know you're still going to be around. You're like you're leaving at a good time. You brought it to where it is now, so highly appreciated. And I think you may have got Dean and Dennis interested in buying. So
well, let's see if they still thank me down the road.
Well.
Yeah, right. You better get out of town fast.
Make a run for it.
Larry always has a seat at WRMN. No matter when he wants to come, the seat's his.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. Larry, and I expect to still see you at Paul's from time to time.
Oh, I will. I'll call.
Call ahead. I'll be there.
All right. Okay.
So what's that Freddie saying that you brought us up to where we are now?
Well,
I'm staying here to bring us back down.
Yeah, just you kept, you made it stable and funny and.
Think since today's all about me, I'll accept that. But on a general basis, I would just say that it's been fun. That's what I would say. Yeah. It's been fun. Yeah.
7.5 years you'll never get back in your life.
Right.
I'm not even sure I want it back.
Hey, there's some weird spots too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Thanks, Westside.
Thanks, Freddie.
All right, you guys be blessed.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care, Fred.
Be blessed, Westside Freddie checking in.
Yeah.
8:26. We have about 3.5 minutes before we hit the bottom of the hour news. We got Cheeseburger on the phone with us now. Let's check in with Sherry Ashenmeyer this morning.
We were going to talk to the nicest smile that goes by every morning.
It's a big smile.
The nicest
cheeseburger smile.
Yes.
I No, I didn't get to come to Sunday because I'm babysitting Officer Heather Farrell's pug.
The pug was welcome.
Yeah, the pug could have come.
Yeah.
Brought him. Yeah, and then they were bringing him at like 12:20 on Sunday, the exact same time. So anyway, he goes home today. So yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to say, congratulations, Larry, and we're going to miss you on the show.
Thanks, Sherry.
But have fun in your retirement.
Thank you.
Full retirement now.
Yeah, I know. It is what it really is. I mean, I know people think I'm retiring. All I'm doing is walking away from the best hobby any guy's ever had. That's what I really think. The best hobby. That's all.
No, yes, and obviously it sounds like you've always enjoyed it, and we enjoy listening to you guys. And you too, Jake. You guys make a great trio.
Thanks, Sherry.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thanks for all you do for the station, too.
You betcha.
No problem.
And for everybody.
Well,
yeah, for all the seniors around here, yeah.
You bet.
Hey, and congratulations last night, too. She got an Image Award as a part of Dementia Friendly Elgin.
Good for you.
Over at the Gilborn Library.
Yeah,
good for you.
Congratulations.
So nice. We had a little table all full of purple shirts that we all our little supporters, so it was so nice. A couple seniors came, too, so that come to the Memory Cafe. So it was nice.
Great.
That's awesome. You guys have taken that organization a long way.
Yes. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you later.
All right, Sherry. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sherry Aschenbrenner with Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month.
Mm-hmm. They love her.
Yeah.
They love her.
Because when a senior thinks, hey, I got this issue, what should I do? They call Sherry.
Of course.
She's established a reputation
and
that
they
way.
need that. They need that. They need that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call someone who doesn't know or is
And Sherry answers the phone, and Sherry calls you back no matter what time it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So... it's 8:28, Era WRMN, 847-931-1410. About a minute and a half left here. I don't know if that's enough for Trusty Pat, but we'll get him started at least. Hey, Pat, good morning.
It is. Well, I wanted to get in at least one last phone call to Larry again, and everybody's given him a great send-off and well deserved. And I'm sure we'll hear you again sometime, Larry. And I know the station welcomed you back. But I did want to comment about, Jake was talking about signs a little while ago. I recently had to go down and get a contractor's license down in Lansing, Illinois, and I got off 80, went south on a street there, and I happened to notice I didn't see any campaign signs. I mean, none anywhere. And I thought that was very unusual, not to have any campaign signs in a community. So this kind of oddities, but good send off, Larry.
Thanks, Pat.
Take care, and I'm sure we'll see you again.
You betcha.
Right?
You bet. Thanks.
And Jake's come around more often then. Okay.
All right, we'll see if that's in my new contract.
Yeah, this will become your favorite hobby too. So, all right, buddy. Thanks, Pat.
Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Trusty Pat. Saw him a couple times over the weekend. It's 8:30 here at WRMN. Phone lines open now if you want to join us on the backside of this bottom of the hour news. It's Larry and Jakes and Dino and me hanging out. It's a Larathon continuing until 10 o'clock this morning, so be a part of it, or we'll talk about the Bears. Do you really want that? We'll also check some comments on YouTube and the Image 360 information line when we come back here on this Wednesday morning on WRMN.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Cintas. 21-year-old Anderson A. Contreras has been denied bail after being charged with first-degree murder and aggravated battery. The incident, which claimed the life of 36-year-old Sunday Ogunjimi on October 12th, occurred due to a dispute over the color of clothing. That, according to the assistant state's attorney. Chicago's beloved Polar Express train ride will take a detour from its traditional route this year. Due to significant construction over at the Union Station, the enchanting holiday event will now operate at the Fox River Trolley Museum in Elgin, scheduled from November 30th to December 22nd. Nicor Gas is teaming with State Senator Christina Castro's office for a substantial donation to local families struggling to meet with basic needs. A recent event held at the Elgin Community College, distributing over 3,800 pounds of food and provided 240 energy efficiency kits to 241 families. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Build up up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $500 on select LG major appliances. And get holiday inflatables for under $20. Because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 10/24 through 11/5. Applies to select LG major appliances only. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears visit the Cardinals this Sunday. Roster move on Tuesday. Chicago placed offensive lineman Bill Murray on the injured reserve. More heat on defensive back Tyreek Stevenson after video emerged of him making a playful bet with fans before the game. Stevenson was taunting fans just before Washington receiver Noah Brown connected the 52-yard Hail Mary for the improbable game-winning touchdown. Chicago's 4-3 heading into this Sunday. Arizona 4-4. The Blackhawks return to action Thursday night. It's a road game at San Jose. The Sharks 2-7-2. Chicago 3-6-1. It's the first of 3 straight on the West Coast for the Blackhawks, who play a busy schedule. After tomorrow, they visit Los Angeles to play the Kings Saturday, then Anaheim on Sunday. Then it's back home a week from tonight against Detroit. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Here at WRMN Radio, we try to connect with the community and discuss important issues, like our current mental health crisis. Here's Lori Baker, President and CEO of AID.
I think most people, when they see young children thinking about suicide at the ages of 5 and 6 and 7, I mean, that's shocking to me that children even know that they want to harm themselves somehow. I know it's difficult. I definitely feel the pinch. We all feel the pinch at the gas pump, at the grocery store, right, in our rents, but I think most people could handle 27 cents a day to help kids and seniors and people experiencing homelessness.
Discussions like this take place on the first shift, weekday mornings from 6 to 10, right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook.
Beef Villa is a family-owned restaurant that has been in business for over 50 years. With homemade recipes made with quality ingredients, Beef Villa's great service and quality is served hot and fast. For the menu, catering locations, or for an application to join the Beef Villa team, visit beefvilla.com. Saturdays mean cruise nights, weather permitting, on Spring Street in South Elgin. Visit beefvilla.com.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on the first shift.
And when like Christmas time and Thanksgiving time, Brian has these little competitions. People ring up and they gobble like a turkey, and whoever gets the most votes for the best gobble off, they win a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Really? That's a great idea. That's a great radio contest. Derek has given us some great ideas here.
That's
Larry.
right.
Yeah.
It's The First Shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN. Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and wake up with a story to tell. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score a sweet deal every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Team up with your friends and hit the lanes by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and laid-back fun for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and hang out at a happening place. Visit Bolero.com.
In our household, we put family first. I'm Dan Ugasti. Right now, Illinois families are suffering with rising property taxes and grocery bills, along with communities that are less safe. Keeping family members from moving out of Illinois isn't easy. As your state representative, I'm working to be a voice of reason in a time of extremism. That means I'm focusing on the issues that unite us, bringing down property taxes, creating opportunities, and controlling government spending. I'm Dan Ugasti, and I'd be honored to have your vote.
Paid for by Citizens for Dan Ugasti.
I'm lying alone with my head on the phone, thinking of you till it hurts. I know you hurt too.
He's in the zone.
Yeah, he's
radio.
Is it in there?
I wish I could carry.
Welcome back to The First Shift. We're trying to bring Larry's present, his main gift from Dino and the station.
We'd hate to say bust.
His likeness. It's the fifth man, actually, at this point.
It's my bust that's going to be put in the WRMN Hall of Fame.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's it going?
I think so.
So lost without you, Larry. I don't even know it yet.
Is this Little River Band?
Isn't this Air Supply?
Air Supply.
I get. They're kind of like in my generation, Peter and Gordon, and like the other duo from England. I always get their songs done backwards too.
Did you know that I played this because they had something happen on this day in history, but it also has significance because they are an Australian band. We were talking about Australian musicians a short time ago. It's David Green's birthday, the bass player for Air Supply. Born in 1949. He's 75, Lair.
Yeah.
You know that age, don't you?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. 8:39 here at WRMN.
Be careful how you treat me. I'll have Sherry activate the troops. You'll be in trouble.
Sherry?
Ashenbrenner. Get her old people.
You get the seniors on you.
The senior mafia.
It's over.
It's over.
And you could always call Anna Lally then, and
Yeah.
Huh?
Worse than the outfit.
your other friend Anna Lally.
And there'll be no arrest. There'll be no arrest.
Yeah. 8:39 here at WRMN. During the break, we were talking about the best of David.
Yeah.
Jake said, my favorite David call was when...
Yeah.
I already forgot.
It's all right. It's okay.
But David's here to maybe give us the best of David right now. I hope so. Good morning, David.
Hello, all.
How's it going, man?
I'm in a lot of pain, and I hope I end up making it through all this.
David, are you on a Bluetooth something?
Speakerphone.
It's cutting in and out.
Yeah, it's choppy.
We're losing you.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on a second.
Okay.
David's putting us on hold again.
It's not going to be the best of David
Sorry,
like
man.
that.
I think that was that favorite moment.
I think we're going through a
put
tunnel.
everybody on hold. Yeah.
You hear me better now?
No.
No.
Although we could hear him well enough to tell him no.
Yeah, we can hear him well enough to tell him that we can't hear him.
Yeah. Can you hear me? No.
No, sorry.
First shifters.
Let's give it a try, David.
I love first shifters, but not all first shifters have been known for great phone quality over the years. I got to say that.
I agree.
Hey, who are you talking about?
A number of first
Anybody
shifters.
come to mind?
Yes.
Go ahead.
You want me to throw them under the bus?
You know what? I was on
Erica?
speaker. Is that better?
No.
It's still kind of choppy.
I don't know. Might be your location, but go ahead, David. That's all right. We'll work through it.
Yeah, we'll deal with it. We've been dealing with it for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. So all the best to you, and as far as me after my surgery, I feel like trash. I mean, I wish I could feel as good as trash, but
what surgery?
A lot of pain and.
He had an appendectomy, and they realigned his belly button.
Oh,
yeah, they moved it up.
And
it's like in the middle of his chest now.
Yeah,
with sugars around 300, and that's ridiculous. And so I'm gonna be on a special diet. The natural doctor, Dr. Amanda Bose, of Bose Complete Medicine in Schaumburg. Yeah, she said,
You take your time now.
Some changes.
Okay.
You're gonna make some changes. You've been saying that for a long time, David, here on the show.
No more Indian food.
Yeah.
Right. And her husband's Indian, but I can have Indian food, but not the bread, the naan, and the rice, and the desserts, and you can't have this, you can't have that. Make it easy. What you can have, what you can eat.
Well, have the other thing.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to eat a lot more vegetables, and I got supplements arriving today that I'm going to be going on. I've been on metformin, a diabetes medicine, which I don't know if it's really helping, or maybe it's helping a little bit, but I don't know what it's really doing to my blood sugar. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, best of luck to you.
Too wonderful right now.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling, and on Larry's last day, this is a Larathon today.
Keep us posted on your progress.
Yeah. And hello to Jakes.
Hello.
And Dean, you're doing a good job at the radio station. It's just, I've never seen such an overhaul. Just amazing. So.
All right, buddy. Well, call in the future. Hope you feel better.
I plan to. And hello to Derica and Westside Freddy and everyone else. Hope you're doing wonderful, and take care.
All right, you too.
Get better. Take care.
All right.
8:43, David checking in.
That was probably as classic of a David call as possible.
That was a fairly classic David call, yeah. So we had a text this morning. I got a text.
It's a quality problem, though.
Totally.
You know that.
Yeah.
It would have been better if we could have.
Yeah, actually heard him.
If
instead of listening through Morse code.
If some subversives weren't trying to like scramble his call.
I think he was trying to connect with those spirits that I had in the house.
Yeah.
You should send him some of yours.
Are they friendly spirits?
I think I had some paranormal activity at my house the night before last.
She came home?
Well, it was, I was hearing this foot tapping across the floor, I thought, in the middle of the night.
Uh-huh.
Twice. I had to get up and make sure no one was running across the house. And no one was.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of burglars, when they break in the middle of the night, are not sprinting around in there. I'm just saying, why don't they call them cat burglars?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you got up to look and not made Lorena do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Lorena, there's somebody in the house. Go take a look.
Yeah, go check it out.
I have an early morning show. I really need my sleep.
Hey, take the ball bat. They might be mean.
847-931-1410. So I got a text this morning from a phone number, no name.
Yes.
She ended up leaving her name, though.
Okay.
Mark, I never met Larry, but feel like I know him.
Huh.
I will really miss listening to him. Best of luck, Larry. And she did say her name is Sharon.
Oh, okay.
But
thanks, Sharon.
Not a contact in my phone, but she had my cell phone number, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that. No Nickname John's on YouTube this morning with a final bad joke on a Larry show day.
Give us your best shot, John.
All right, John says, good morning, first shifters. This one's for Larry. This guy liked to draw pictures of his friends Barry and Larry. Larry was always annoyed, though, because he drew Barry more. Drew Barrymore. Why are you looking at me? I wasn't the one who designed the joke, Larry. I'm going to miss those looks, by the way.
I feel sad.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop. Now. Okay.
Shut up!
I love radio. You know that, don't you, buddy? I love radio.
Yeah.
You can be on the air, people come hug you and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Only a WRMN.
That's right.
True. You've had to learn. I've learned to live with it here.
Yeah.
People in and out when they want to be.
Hugging, carrying on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It's better than nobody showing and nobody caring. A lot better.
I totally agree with you. Yeah.
So.
Yep. I wasn't complaining.
You didn't like to find the no nickname John bad joke?
I almost think John should be able to call and do his own presentation. I don't feel that you represent.
How would you read that?
Oh, I feel like it's done just fine.
Do you? I feel like you.
Bad.
I feel like you drag over the punchline, and part of those jokes is you have to personally sort the punchline out of them.
Get him out.
Right?
Well, I mean, I picked up on it like right away.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he was upset because he drew Barrymore.
Why would you be upset about Drew Barrymore?
No, because he drew
Barrymore.
More.
Yeah, I know that, but
More
I mean,
than Larry.
But I don't Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not funny if it's Drew Larrymore.
It's not that funny with Drew Barrymore.
I know.
All right. Over to you, Mark.
That's a bad joke.
Over to you at the joke
That's what his job is.
Let's try to get this train wreck back on the rails.
Well, I don't know if we will. But anyway, over to you, Mark.
I hate when it's 8:47 and I give the phone number.
Well, you shouldn't.
Okay, I'm not going to give the phone number.
It's like you giving the number on Friday when we don't want them to call.
Oh, right before sports starts?
Yeah, right before
when
sports.
everybody calls?
If you want to call us, you got to make it quick because you only got 20 seconds. But here's the phone number that you can
That's
call.
right. You got to make it really quick. Yeah.
And it takes
but I know
15
that's your
seconds
default.
to get it out.
It is.
That is your default.
Well,
I say yeah.
And the time. The time's also a default, but I think that's a good default in radio.
If you're going to default that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the phones and check in with two other callers this morning. I'm not going to say what time it is right now or give the phone number. But we're going to check in with a guy that Larry's known, I think, for a long time. Seen him play a few times at some of our events. He's Terry Buck with Deacon Frost.
You betcha.
Calling us here on the show. Hey, Terry.
There you go.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Terry?
Doing good. Heading to work. I just wanted to wish Larry a lot of luck. Gonna miss you.
Thanks, Terry.
You there, my friend.
I was glad we got a chance to reconnect here, pal.
Yeah. Oh, same here. Same here. Glad to see you the other day, but I wish you a lot of luck. You're the funniest guy. You've got just the way you phrase things is always so funny.
Well, thanks, Terry. Thanks. That's because my mind's not.
You guys are all good, though. I mean, what a neat show.
Yeah, my mind's not cluttered with common sense, Terry. I had a lot of room for humor in there.
Well, I think I understand that.
Yeah.
You resemble that remark, huh, Terry?
Yes, that's right. That's right. I knew I was going. Yeah, that's good. Well, listen, I know you're running short on time, but you guys take care.
Thanks, Terry.
And just safe travels there, Larry. Okay.
Okay, pal. You take care of yourself too.
Okay. I hope to see you soon again. Okay.
All right.
We'll have to have a Deacon Frost Christmas show when Larry comes back to town.
Terry used to be one of the regular entertainers out at the Blue Moon, out there on Larkin Avenue. Yeah. I used to see him out there a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great place.
We go back a ways.
We do, don't we? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Do you guys do any Christmas songs?
We can. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
White Christmas, and Jay's real good on the instrumental stuff like Green Sleeves and all that. Yeah.
Green Sleeves. That's a good song.
Jay's awesome.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's real pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You could do Christmas songs with like a classic rock flavor.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That'd work.
Okay.
That's great.
It might catch on. I don't know.
It should. I mean, Trans-Siberian Orchestra is a thing for a reason. If you could do it with a classic rock flair, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot less people.
Yeah.
A lot less arguments then.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I've been in bands.
Oh, yeah, so you know.
Yeah. It's like being in poor relationships.
Well, it's like herding cats.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Herding cats.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you guys take care then.
All right, Terry. We'll see you soon.
Larry, good luck to you.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Terry Buck checking in from Deacon Frost.
Mm-hmm. They're good.
Yeah.
They are good.
I like those guys, too. They're fun to hang out with.
They are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay, what talk about a sunset?
Jay, he's funny, yeah.
Oh, is he awesome? In the middle of their set, the one time me and Mark went to go see him, he had to go to the washroom. He just got up, went to the washroom, came back. They were still playing, and just picked up where he left off.
Taylor does a great job on the drums.
Oh, my God.
And he kind of has a classic drummer look about him, like 50s kind of drummer. He's an old soul, that Taylor Buck guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8:50 here at WRMN, 847-931-1410. Now I can say the phone number and the time. And we go back to the phones and take this next call. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift. Hello, you're on the air. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, it's Carol with a K.
Carol with a K. How you doing?
I'm good. Usually you recognize my phone number, so I was confused.
Well, you just showed up as a phone number this morning, not a name, so I don't, yeah.
I just wanted to say one of my best memories with you guys when you guys did the music contests.
On the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those were some of my favorite shows, actually.
Yeah, we had
Weren't
some
they
good shows.
fun?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially the one when Mark gave away the knock 3 times.
Remember that? Yeah.
By doing that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I was calling with that, but you did.
George realized he really couldn't trust you with the answers after that, Mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
those are some of my best memories with.
Oh, they were good, Carol. They were fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those were a lot of fun.
Yep.
And I just wanted to say again, it was really good seeing everybody on Sunday, and wish you the best, Larry.
Thanks, Carol. Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Good picture this morning. Thanks for sending that picture, by the way, Carol.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
I've never done that 360 line, so I thought I'd give it a try, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 505-926-1410, the Image 360 information line. Send pictures all the time. It gives me some extra things to show on YouTube and to talk about.
Yes. Well, have a good one.
Thank you.
Take care, Carol.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Listen, thanks again, Dean, for putting that together on Sunday. That was a lot of fun. And we were talking before, because Jake's was here early, so we had a lot of time to chat.
All the time. Chat.
All the time. Oh, I thought you said always. When I said Jake was here earlier, and I thought you said always.
I was going to say all the time, to chat. Like
I
we
agree.
used to
We always
when
do.
we had our pre-show meetings.
That's right.
But I didn't want to cut you off. That's why I like.
No, that's all right. But Jake's was talking about how much he enjoyed getting to see people.
You put the face with the,
it was
with
great.
the voice.
And thanks again. That was so nice. That was a lot of.
Glad to have you.
That was a good time.
Nothing what we could have done.
No.
I wish I could have done
It was more than you had to do, believe me. No. I would have just soon. I could have met you for a beer. We'd been okay too, pal.
Ole is coming on Friday on the show.
Is he really? How great were they?
And he wanted to make sure he said.
I want to tell you.
Send you off the right way.
What a nice addition they were.
Weren't they something?
And he was talking at the end when they were breaking down. I was talking to him, and he was telling me how much he enjoyed that. I'll use a term, but the intimacy of being able to just sit and sing with people and not have to worry about dance steps and all that, like all those kind of moves.
And he was with all the big groups.
Oh, I know, but
his
resume. Everybody that was around me was singing along to their music.
Right.
Because everybody knew their music. It was a great addition.
Well, and they sounded great. Like it sounded like you were playing records or something in the other
wasn't
room.
it?
Yeah, it was great.
They were really good.
It was a great thing, Dean. Thanks, man. Thanks very much.
He's going to be on your show Friday, Dean?
Yeah, he's coming on to 2 to 4. He'll be
nice.
The first guest, live in the station.
But just talking though, right?
Yeah, talking. Maybe I'll see if I can get him to sing a little something.
That'd be great if he played some music on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to have him at the American Legion soon because Bob got the phone number, he got the card, and he passed it along to Commander Mark Smith.
That'd be a nice fit over there.
Oh, he sure would.
That would be a nice fit.
He's entertaining. I mean,
I know.
I saw him down at the pizza parlor. What's the one down there?
Danny's.
Danny's
yeah.
Pizza. And I tell you what, what a show! The way he interacted with everybody.
He's a cordial guy.
Oh, he sure
is. A cordial guy. Yep.
8:54 here at WRMN. Hampshire Mayor Mike Reed checks in on the Image 360 information line this morning and says, thanks so much to Larry, Mark, and WRMN for the part you have played in so many's morning routines over the years. Although I'm more of a recent fan, I know that many have enjoyed the show and your dynamic and insight for many years. Larry, you have big shoes to fill. Maybe he means me. But here is to you enjoying your retirement.
Oh, well, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Or you will be big shoes to fill, probably is what he's saying.
Probably.
If you are ever out this way in the 60140, look me up. Lunch is on me.
Like that.
He might be sorry he said that. You know that.
Well, and Hampshire's right next to Huntley.
It's just a little drive away.
Stone throw away.
I like all that out there. Marengo.
Yeah.
Like George said, I heard him on the radio earlier.
Yeah.
Those communities that are out there, you got Burlington out there.
They're all nice.
Smaller
I love
communities.
them. Yeah.
One's nicer than the other.
Mm-hmm.
When they invited us to the parades, I think Hampshire's got 8,863 people. I still remember looking it up.
Yeah.
And when you see that parade, on the streets. It's like everybody shows up.
No, they're actually
all
small
there.
town parades are much. I find them to be much more meaningful to me than big staged kind of things.
Yeah.
I was once at the Columbus Day Parade in Chicago. Have you ever gone down there, Dean?
I put it on the last 2 years. Yes.
I never understood how short the parade route was.
Well, that's what it used to be on Columbus Drive.
Yeah.
Well, we go down State Street now.
Oh yeah, because I was the one
Over
where they
160
would
this year.
They would stage us, but the real part that you would be there for 2 hours to go
Small
3
little
blocks.
piece. Yeah, that's all it was, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad they put it back to State Street.
Yeah, me too.
And it's still only about 4 blocks.
Yeah, but
it's
State
all about
Street's
the television.
bigger.
Yeah, a little
bigger.
bit. And it's
But all the
iconic.
I think all the major TV channels covered it, so it was kind of a big deal.
It's neat.
Yeah.
8:56. Well, the Elgin July 4th parade's nice, but you're right. Hampshire has just got that quaint, cool,
There's something
small-town
about
feel about it.
There is something about it.
This last Elgin parade, I have to tell you, I liked it better than priors. Something about it, the way they did it, where it was at. It was right on Douglas there. You know, that little reviewing stand, because you were set up. You were there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was real nice. And I don't know, it had a nice flow and feeling. But we were way at, they had us all the way in the back.
Right.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
They found out I was Italian. Yeah, put the Italian guy in the back. That's what happened.
8:57 here at WRMN, so it's a marathon. We have one more hour.
Yes.
And we have open phone lines. After the top of the hour break, we expect to hear from you, or we're going to wear out the Chicago Bears again.
You don't want to do that.
You don't want us to do that,
I think the Bears already wore themselves out.
They've worn them out with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're lucky I have the White Sox.
Do you?
To be mad at them.
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna say.
Be mad at
If they don't move to Nashville, you can take them to Naples. The White Sox.
Nah.
Hey, the Yankees won last night.
They not only won, they got on a real. They really started hitting the ball.
11-4 victory last night.
Yeah.
3-1, though. The Dodgers are still in control.
Yeah. It's hard to beat any team 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. It's hard to beat any team.
Freddie Freeman hit another home run last night. He's got 4 home runs in the World Series so far.
Yeah. He's a good player.
Yeah, he is. All right, well, we're going to hit this top of the hour break, and then we'll come back with more. We have one more hour on the first shift today before Matt has out to lunch for you. Keep it right here. Call us, text us at 505-926-1410, or jump onto YouTube. We still have a lot of YouTube comments to get to in the final hour, too. Larry-thon, the final day of Larry being a regular member of this show. Keep it right here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300.
$100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply.
Member FDIC.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 9 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. The Elgin Image Awards were held last night at the Gail Borden Public Library. The event, organized by Enhancing Elgin Committee of the Elgin Area Chamber Elgin Development Group, celebrating individuals and organizations making contributions to the communities. Awards including the Excellence in DEI, the Game Changer Project, and the Volunteer Extraordinaire were handed out last night. The Elgin Police Department is holding a special ceremony on Saturday as they're going to officially swear in 3 new K-9 officers, Charm, Ace, and Mac. Residents are invited to gather at the department at at 10 a.m. to witness the swearing-in ceremony. Naperville police investigating a shooting that occurred on Tested Drive on Monday. An 18-year-old male is hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. It happened just after 9 p.m. on Monday, with Naperville police officers finding the victim outside an apartment building and swiftly transporting them to medical care. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Build up to Black Friday with savings all month long at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $500 on select LG major appliances. And get holiday inflatables for under $20. Because Lowe's knows deals. Valid 10/24 through 11/5. Applies to select LG major appliances only. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your Senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. World Series, the Yankees have forced Game 5 after an 11-4 win last night in the Bronx. The Dodgers up 3-1 in the best of 7. Anthony Volpe's third-inning grand slam overcame Freddie Freeman's record-setting home run. Freeman homered for his 6th consecutive series game, hitting a 2-run drive in the first. LA closed within 6-4 with a 2-run fifth that included Will Smith's homer off starter Luis Gil and an RBI grounder from Freeman. Austin Wells and Gleyber Torres added home runs for the Yankees, who broke the game open with a 5-run eighth. They had scored just 7 runs over the first 3 games. Game 5 is tonight. Yankees ace Garrett Cole gets to start. Jack Flaherty gets the ball for the Dodgers in a rematch of Game 1 starting pitchers. The Yankees win tonight, forces Game 6. That'd be Friday in Los Angeles. Game 7, if necessary, Saturday in LA. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
October is ending, but I want to keep the fall fun going. So I shopped Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I saved 30% on top active brands like Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. Then I got my kids some boots for under $22. Scored 50% off Food Network baking must-haves. And earned Kohl's cash. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Flex styles. Offers end October 27th. Coupons do not apply to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not.
Election day is here, and WRMN 1410 is your trusted source for the facts. Federal races, county board seats, local offices, and advisory questions. We've got all the information you need. Have a question? What's on your ballot? Call 847-931-1410 or text 505-926-1410. We'll give you clear, unbiased information about any candidate or issue on the Kane County ballot. Just the facts, no spin. Stay informed with WRMN 1410, the talk of the town, your source for reliable coverage all day long. Call 847-931-1410 or text 505-926-1410. Your vote matters. Let's make it count together.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous Handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today. El Diablo Cantina, located by Spring Hill Mall at 113 Southwestern in Carpentersville, is your fun, hip, and festive family Mexican cantina, serving authentic recipes from all over Mexico that are made fresh daily. There's delicious cocktails using fresh fruits or your choice of 30 craft beers, which go great with the menu. There's indoor and outdoor dining, open from 4 till 11 and until 4 a.m. on weekends, featuring Latin line dancing. Visit eldiablocantina.com today.
On the first shift on a Wednesday morning.
You know, interestingly enough, my first experience with this song was the California Raisins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
I forget you were a youngster.
Yeah.
We heard it the first time it came out.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye. Was it on the radio back then? I didn't know that.
It was a big hit.
I didn't know dinosaurs had radios on them.
Hey, watch it, kid.
Marvin Gaye released I Heard It Through the Grapevine on this day in 1968.
Yeah. That's a good song.
Became the first United States #1 single for Marvin Gaye. It was Marvin's 15th solo hit, also his first UK #1 single. And it came out on this date in 1968.
What year did he die? Do you know that?
84?
Huh?
1984 comes to mind.
I don't know. He was a true artist.
Wasn't he good? His father's the one that shot him.
Yeah, shot him.
Yeah. I can't remember. Marvin made him mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Weren't they dating the same girl or something?
No.
I thought it was.
No.
I think it was.
I think his dad, though, Marvin kept relapsing and going. He had a severe drug problem. Yeah. And maybe they just had a big fight, and his dad just finally Yeah.
Enough of you, Marvin.
I used to have a joke about that, but it's not in good enough taste to.
Well, I'll say it.
No, we're not going to do it on the air.
You're talking about the 45?
Yeah, there you go.
You want to say the rest of the joke, Dean?
No, because there are people.
Because there are people who get offended.
They do, and we don't want to offend anybody.
No.
I'll tell you on the break.
Everybody gets offended.
Dean will tell it on the break.
Yeah.
It's a great joke. Anyway.
Coach me enough, you may hear it.
Maybe that's what we should have done. Well, we never recorded what we've done during the breaks all these years, Larry, but we could play those back as a best of.
I'd like to clear up something. If we recorded them, they wouldn't have been like they are.
No.
Yeah, right.
No, they wouldn't have been. Is it something we said?
The breaks are where some of the best...
I told you, that's why I never liked doing the show in Florida.
Yeah.
Ever. Because there's no pre-show chat.
Nope.
There's no break chat. There's nothing. It's just...
There was some good content there.
Oh, man.
That would be like the behind the scenes of the first shift.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some really good conversation, but it's definitely not something that you could put on the air sometimes.
But it also spawned some ideas when we're back.
Absolutely.
Too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
11 past 9. The number to call is 847-931-1410 if you want to call us this hour. 58 Mike is on our Image 360 information line. He says, Uncle Lair will miss you bunches.
Thanks, Mike.
Bunches.
58 Mike, he's been at a Spaghetti Palooza or two.
He has. I've met him there. Yes.
During the break, we talked about Spaghetti Palooza a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things that spawned from the first shift, I guess.
Another one of those ideas that as many times, like when Steve Ainsworth, who I remarked, had Steve still been with us, he would have loved to have been to your house on Sunday, Dean. He would have loved that whole thing. He would have just loved it. Yeah, yeah.
Old Stevie A.
Yeah,
great part of the past 7.5 years.
She posted something on Facebook, and when I saw it, it made me think more about he would have, and she would have been there, and she would have liked it, but she would not have enjoyed it as much as Steve. He loved that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Had that big smile. He would have loved it.
Yeah, and Stevie A was a big part of Spaghetti Palooza, and Corey, and
he knew everything about it. But when George really came up with that, I was like, yeah.
Right. Because George,
I'm the head of the Doubter Society sometimes.
It's kind of weird. I mean, when it first started here, we were still upstairs.
Yes.
Couldn't see out any windows. I didn't have a clue. I felt like I had no listeners.
Yeah.
When I took over on the morning, it was dark in there. And I really had only been back to Illinois for about a year. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even know that many people around here yet. And then it was the two big guys in the nice red truck that would go by, and I learned that they were starting to listen, and then it was like one or two. When we finally moved down here, when Bill Pollock moved us down here in 2017, that started, then you at least started to know you had a few people listening when they would drive by in the morning. And there was like one caller, one listener, then we went on Facebook, got a few people saying hello every day, and you could see there was some momentum building for the show a little bit.
I have to also tell you, now, I can't speak for you, but I think it became easier to broadcast down here. It was much easier to do a show down here where it's bright and you're looking at the world go by than it was to be stuck upstairs in that dark place. And I mean, it was just dark.
It's a difference waking up to a sunshine day or a gloomy day.
And so I think
wants to work,
it's easier to have energy and enthusiasm down here than it was up there.
Well, then you've also got like all the passerby stuff. And there's been plenty of times on the show that like something will have happened out there, and like all three of us are just kind of like just stuck on whatever chaos is happening, and then we can comment on it and whatnot. And then of course having the people sit outside and having like a little bit of activity, there's just energy. It just creates more and better energy for it.
Sure.
So with all this, these first shifters starting to grow one by one, but really it was kind of a scattered one by one, nobody knew each other kind of thing until George started to bring it together for us with the Spaghetti Palooza.
I know.
The first Spaghetti Palooza. He called in and organized this. We're going to have an event for all first shifters, and you and I both squirmed a little bit when we heard that.
Yeah, I kind of rolled my eyes.
Yeah.
Which nobody saw before we went to YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think we had the confidence to know that we would have these stray people all show up at the same place.
All tens of listeners showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got the phone call because when it first started, George said, "Hey, listen, I need to get some pasta. They're going to make this big thing." I says, "Okay, George, whatever you want. I'll help you sponsor." And we got that thing off, and boy, oh boy, it was really something.
Wait, did he call you for pasta because you're Italian?
Well, I think that's what people.
Oh, seems a little.
I
seems stereotypical.
I put on a few pasta dinners, and George, and George helped us with them with the different Italian groups. But to Larry's point and to what everyone's saying, and what we're trying to do with, the green room or Studio 16 or community center right next door, that's going to open up more opportunity for people to see each other, know who the different people are, put a name to a face or a voice, and just be able to get together and say, hey, boy, this is kind of neat. This is who we're talking to on the radio. And we got to have different get-togethers and different events and what have you.
Yeah.
But by bringing those, like what you guys did with that Stevie Palooza and everything else, which was awesome, and trying to have the get-togethers, we don't want to have it just when people are leaving like Larry, but we'll be able to have them just to have them, a pizza party or whatever. Yeah, so that's kind of nice. It's nice that you're able to relate, interact, and get to know who your listeners are.
And there'll be a lot more local hosts to get to know and be friends with here, too. I mean, that's the thing with, we call them first shifters because the 6 to 10 in the morning show while Radio Shopping Show was going on, was really the only regular person radio show on the station. I mean, everything else was radio shopping or a network program.
Right.
And so, Dino,
What was the name of that program? Radio what?
The Radio Shopping Show?
Okay.
Yeah, which is now a thing of the past, right, Dino?
Effective November 1st, but we're going to make a proper announcement and what have you. But it's just going to really be, I don't want to say a permanent hiatus. It just has to get reborn. It's just...
If it's going to happen, it needs to be refined.
100%, because you could get everything you're getting at a better value just online. I mean, we don't need this, yak it up on the radio. And like I said, nothing is more boring than somebody going, I'll take $1 coupon for McDonald's, spare McDonald's.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear that?
I remember, first starting to come in and do some shows and all that. And, just you would hear moments and some of the people doing the Radio Shopping Show, and they were just so, they've done it for so long. They're just constantly pushing the phone number and constantly pushing things, and it's just like, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird to me because
I'm not criticizing. Just for clarification, I'm not criticizing the people, but I would have loved a little bit more. Like, hey, listen, nice to talk to you, Mark, and boy, it's a sunny day. And by the way, can I get this, that, and the other? But it's not. It was like, I want this, I want that, I want the other thing, and it got to be a little like, okay. And then, again, a lot of interaction, I guess I don't want to say complaints, but interaction from, our partners, the restaurant owners and what have you, the different vendors. They were saying, this isn't really going the direction it was supposed to go.
Right.
And I mean, it was definitely a losing proposition all the way around. So we said, you know what, let's reinvent this. And we got some good ideas. And if anybody has ideas, call. We always ask everybody for their input. We want to make it a value for everybody. Otherwise, it doesn't make no sense. I mean, like Larry, what you do here, and Jake's as well. Johnny Carson, for years, Johnny Carson was this, that, and the other thing. But, Ed McMahon made Johnny Carson really what he was. It's usually your guy that's to, your case, Mark, to your left, that is either feeding you or being your straight man or being whatever that adds to the show that makes the show whole. It's not just the top guy, and you're the morning show host, and you've brought things up to where it is. But, the people that are around you, and that's why I'm saying this for Larry especially, and Jake's as well, you guys make the show really what it is and keep the show flowing. Anybody can stand up here and, like I said, you almost got to be a little borderline insane to sit in 4 hours in a room just talking to yourself, because that's what you're doing, unless you're getting phone calls in.
Right.
It's like, and it's a lot. Steve Dahl used to do it, but he used to have all those characters that he would, and I used to listen to him a lot years ago. But watching what I've seen here throughout the years and watching your interacting and, with Jake's now coming along, a younger approach, a different approach. And it's nice. You put the old, the young, and we'll put Mark right in the middle, I guess, and it makes for great radio, because you never know what's going to come up. Like you said, you're on the street, you see something goofy going on in that alley, and or somebody just, we have a lot of characters go by this.
Oh, yeah.
And, you get some good activity out here, and but you're able to work off it. And I just think it's nice that you guys, make up the show that it is and what it's become.
Well, and I know there's actually some of the people that I met for the first time on Sunday, when we were talking about the show and like the dynamics and stuff of it. And I'm like, I generally, if I'm turning on the radio or if I'm turning on television, like something, you're always looking to be somewhat entertained. there has to be an entertainment value behind it. Otherwise, listening to almost nothingness is just kind of like boring. Or there's no reason for it. That's why you were gonna you would change the channel, you'd go to something else. Like if there's like witty banter, there's something that's like talking about specific topics, or just trying to keep things somewhat light or interesting. That I feel like that adds a lot of value to it. Like if you're just the radio shopping show, I mean, it had its time and its place, and I'm glad that there's some reworks or there's reworking that's happening about it. But it's just sometimes, just listening to it, it's just like, yeah, what else you got? Like I need some personality behind this. I need something going on. And I feel like it's gotten to a point where, I mean, the first shift and all the other shows, there's a lot of interest there, and there's a lot of dynamic approaches to it. So it's good.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about the shopping show was, I would imagine, now, of course, like everything I say, this is based on nothing. There are a certain number of people who are listeners to this show that their first brush with the radio station was the radio shopping show.
Yeah.
And they tuned in a little bit early.
For the past 50 years, right?
Yeah. They tuned in a little bit early.
When Jekyll made that, it was a great thing.
Yeah. But then they stayed. And so, I mean, it had its purpose. It did. So.
It was a station that provided like a service for people in the area.
Yes.
It did not provide people in the area with entertainment.
Right.
And so to try to reestablish.
It took you.
Yeah. And you, Larry.
Nah, I'm your caddy.
Why do you think I had to work so hard to save you?
I'm sorry, you had to. Oh, you mean? I'm sorry.
To save you from leaving the station.
Yeah, that's true. I was gone.
Yeah.
7 years.
You were just here to do that political show with Jeff Ward.
That's what I was here for. Was government. We didn't just do politics. We did local government too. But yeah, when it was done, I was done. Because I didn't really think there was anything I wanted to do here.
Yeah.
And even when you talked to me, I wasn't sure that this was the key to success.
Right.
Yeah.
We're still not sure if it's key to success.
Well, but it certainly, and I've talked about it on the air. You were the quietest guy when I first met you.
Yeah.
You would produce our show. You would talk to us, but you were pretty quiet. And so when you called me and said, hey, you want to meet for a beer, and you talked about this show, I was thinking, okay, you got to talk. you know you got to talk, don't you? So, but you were really quiet with us. Maybe it was just the idea of Jeff and I. There wasn't a lot of time for chit chat.
Right.
And when Weiser, he would talk a bit, but then Jeff would remind him he's a producer, so he had to quiet back down again. So yeah,
I had to feel things out for a while.
No, but I've enjoyed it. I mean, I've been on the air talking about how much I enjoy you, and it's true. I think we've had I don't think I could have gotten an opportunity to get to share radio time with anybody I would have enjoyed it more with, unless they were really a beautiful woman. Then, they don't have to talk that much. I don't want to sound like I'm a sexist, but a lovely lady can add a lot to almost any situation.
It's okay. You can say anything you want. You only have 35 more minutes.
What are they going to do? Fire me?
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, really. I have more people tell me that our relationship is what they like most about this. And so much of it has to do with you letting me pick on you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people,
Totally.
it's like you just know that I do it just because I think it's part of what we do.
Absolutely.
That part of it is because I like to tease you because you haven't seen any movie that I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you really have no ego because you really know that as soon as I walk out the door, you're right back to being radio's Marky B, and they love you. Mm-hmm. So it's like having your older brother stop by and pick on you once in a while.
It's just razzing you.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's one of the things that I loved about like the three of us doing the show is like half the time Mark's not really saying much, but you and I are riffing, and then he jumps in and we're just like, shut up.
Yeah, this is not about you. Yeah, no, it's true. And I think that's made for it. I think, and of course I'm biased, but I think that it's made for a good situation. Mm-hmm. I think it really has.
Well, and it's clear that like, just even though like you kind of pick on them a little bit, but it's obviously clear that you guys respect each other, and it's literally just for the sake of entertainment.
I keep trying to, anybody that's ever gotten offended by me, I keep trying to say to them, it's radio.
Yeah.
It's just radio.
Well, and that's where I'm trying to come from, too. It's like 95% of the stuff that I say is literally for comedic or entertainment purposes.
Of course. Yeah, it's just radio.
Well, you know that, but I think a lot of the listeners, especially if they don't know you, don't know that at first.
I know, which is why
they don't get you.
You need to
It took a while for them to get you.
I know, which is why they need to keep listening.
Right.
And especially when like they meet me outside of the show.
I'm sorry, I'm taking everybody with me to Radio Free Naples.
Good, do it. Yeah. Well, when people meet me, first off, I got the, you're a lot taller in real life. It's like, well, yeah. It's like,
people think you don't look tall sitting down.
I just look that big on that screen right there. But they also like kind of realize, once they actually start to get to know me a little bit more, like there is a little bit of an on-radio personality going on. That there's,
But you have a great sense of humor. Yeah. Sometimes it's a bit dry.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's dry, but you have a great sense of humor. Yeah. And some of the stuff that we talk about, it makes me chuckle like crazy, as a matter of fact, because you have a different look at things. Yeah. And then when you touch on it, then it makes me go, yeah, that's right.
The different generations, like I was saying earlier, makes a big difference.
Right.
Just like his age group. Mm-hmm. He's bringing that to the station now, and it's, engaging those type of people. But, who do you pick on other than the people that you know and love? You know what I mean?
Right.
When you make a sarcastic comment, that's not for trying to insult somebody like you said.
You sound like my elementary school teachers when they used to tell us boys only pick on girls that they like.
That's what. It's pretty similar, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know someone that can take it, like when the police and fire department was the same way. All you did was crack, moons all day long.
Listen, at the police department, right? I always thought you never want to look like the limping wildebeest walking across the prairie. You never want to have that look about you, man. Yeah. If you look weak, you're a victim.
Yeah.
927. Another guy who's been a part of our show for a long time. Jake's never met him.
John Priggy.
No,
I've never met John Priggy.
Yeah. Tim Calderwood.
I've never met Tim Calderwood.
I know.
Is he calling in? Are we doing?
He's
sports
on the phone right now.
Is it Friday? Are we doing sports?
No.
I don't have my picks ready.
He's just calling to talk to Larry.
I don't get the picks anymore.
Well,
I was too good. I'm banned.
Well, you said that you weren't going to do it any longer.
Yeah. David T's outside. Hey, David.
Well, you know why? You know why I can't do it?
Because you're winning.
Yeah, I want to quit while I'm on top.
Yeah.
2 years running. But also, I told you, I have to stop and take a picture of it here. I can't get it off the format I get it in. So.
That's why you're quitting?
Yeah, I don't want to have to drive up here every week to
There's internet in Florida, too.
Really?
Wait,
yeah.
What? You don't get it in the format?
No, I don't get it in the format because I don't have a computer now. I just work off my tablet.
Yeah.
And it will not open that document that it comes in.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just a Word doc, isn't it?
Should open it.
Yeah.
Send it as a PDF from now on.
It is.
Put your phone on.
So I think even Pages or something. It's like a part of because I can open it on my phone.
No, I don't know.
But you can open it on the website. That's where people usually do the pick six.
Well, I don't know. I'm not doing it anyway. I don't care what you say.
Okay. Well, excuses.
I don't know what part of I'm done with this. You don't understand.
What did you miss about this?
Well,
I'm
you're trying to tell me the reason, but it's not really the reason.
It is the reason. You want me to tell the reason I don't like playing with you?
It's not me. It's you.
It's all about you.
So this is the normal way we handle Tim Calderwood. I put him on the air, and we talk for like 5 minutes before we actually...
And the poor guy he's trying to sleep on a bus, and he's woke up just to talk to us.
He's like, you asked me to call this hour, and here I am sitting here not talking.
Tim, how are you, my friend?
I'm just enjoying this back and forth, guys. It's great. Listen, Larry, I know that you're just leaving us because it's no longer called the Rookies. It's called the Larry Jones Expert and the Rookies. Is that how this works?
I think so. It could be, buddy. It could be. Although I'm kind of sharing the limelight with Mark this year, and that's another reason I'm quitting. I don't want to.
Yeah, I want to share.
Well, you went back out in front this week with a 5 in 1 week.
I'm back in the lead?
You're back in the lead again.
You are back in the lead.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm 3 and 3.
I was saying you're leaving us because you just got the lead back.
Aaron Rodgers should take a tip from me. When you were on top, get out.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever was on top at the end of his time in Green Bay, but whatever.
Not with me.
We also got, this is fitting on your last day too, right? The White Sox got a manager finally.
I didn't hear that, Tim.
This is breaking news.
Is it Jerry Reinsdorf's son?
It's Tony La Russa.
Again?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Will Venable.
Will Venable.
Yeah, he's the associate manager for the Rangers.
The associate manager?
Yeah, I think it's called the associate.
He's like 7 breaths away from being the manager.
He worked with Theo Epstein in the Cubs front office for a while.
Oh,
He was a coach with the Cubs before going down to the Rangers and won a World Series under Bruce Bochy. So, working with Joe Madden and Bruce Bochy.
Former base coach for the Cubs. That's going to go well.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. Well, Tim's with us and has been with us for a long time.
Yes.
Kind of calling him.
And he brings a lot of sports knowledge with him.
Yeah, and I think that's, Tim, what disappoints me about you and me is that I kind of thought, I've kind of always been a guy who follows sports my whole life, and I know you're a huge sports junkie yourself, Tim. So we have this pick 6, and I'm thinking we should dominate Larry. And over the last 2 or 3 years, Larry has been the best in the pick 6.
I tell you guys overthink this stuff. Go with your first. Go with your first.
Which pretty much proves the NFL is really hard to predict, isn't it?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
It is. I do think that we are maybe overthinking things, though. Because we're knowledgeable about it, we're like, well, this is happening, so because of that, this is going to happen, and it never actually does. So,
right. My hardest thing is to let my allegiance go, like the Cowboys. I have to, this year I have to.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
I know. But just say, you know what, let it go. And never support Aaron Rodgers. I still stick to that. I still stick.
Well, you're having a great year with that because you're loving every mistake he makes.
Every bit, and I'd like to talk about every bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who else he can fire.
We're going to miss your Saints and Cowboys every week. Those were your go-to picks.
They were. I know. So that's another reason.
And sometimes the Steelers because of Mike Tomlin.
You're right. You're right. I like that guy.
Look at what I've learned in all these years. Larry.
You know what I liked? I was thinking about him, Tim, the other day. We have Flus, who doesn't want to talk bad about anybody, and they play that snippet of Tomlin grabbing a guy coming off the field and lambasting him in front of everybody about getting in a fight while the clock was running while they needed that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, yeah, once in a while, a parent or a teacher has to say, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. And sometimes you need to be embarrassed in front of the class.
Right. Yeah. Because you're kind of like, I don't want to say you're making an example of, but like you're showing like this isn't going to be tolerated.
No. And he said, come here. And the guy, he said, no, come here. And he grabbed, and he's talking to him. And I thought, yeah, once in a while, you gotta.
Well, then maybe people
had 3 timeouts left.
Yeah.
Maybe coaches should start to call some of their players back out into the media again.
I don't know.
Because they're making fun of.
Wasn't the Indianapolis guy who said to all the media, they're soft? He said that at a press conference. They're soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what, but then they come back and play okay.
Well, while we have Tim Calderwood on the phone and we're talking sports for a minute.
Oh, you want to talk?
You want to talk about the Bears for a minute? Well, SB Nation, too. I guess we have to talk about SB Nation.
You're running the board.
Get one last SB Nation in from you, Larry.
Yeah.
I know.
Boy, a lot of pressure here, Larry. You want to talk about SB Nation?
No, I'll do it toward the end.
One last time?
No, I'll do it at the end.
Okay. So
we can have that.
How about one more intro of the sports guy, a.k.a. me?
I know. Remember when Mark wanted to make you our sports director, and I poo-pooed that because I thought you'd want a prestigious parking spot, and there wasn't enough to be had around here. So I just made you our sports guy.
Right in front of that glass window. That's where I want to be.
Then I dubbed you our sports guy. I had to do that. Mark was trying to elevate you.
Yeah.
He's like the Mexican army. Everybody's a general.
At least at that point, I'd at least be able to meet the guy.
I know.
Well, he wasn't coming anyway.
Larry, you've met Tim one time, right?
Yeah.
And I've met him, I think.
But you know what? It gave me a chance to bask in his sports greatness. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the Gale Borden Library that day, a long time ago.
That was a great show.
That was a fun show.
Even for a non-Cubs fan, that was a great show.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a point, Jakes and Mark, to get us together before the year's over, all right?
Let's do it. Let's watch a game.
All right, we'll plan it out. I'll get the group chain going when we get that far.
There you go.
Did you read the Daily Herald article, Tim, about the Bears' performance on Sunday and all the mistakes that they were pointing out that Matt Eberflus probably played a role in?
Is that the one that had like 5 things that went wrong before that?
No,
that was in the Tribune. That was the 5 things, I think. Yeah.
Okay, there were so many articles about
I know,
that.
man.
I just was reminded of, like, I kind of had forgotten about the past and was just accepting the Bears for them this year. And then this article that was in the Daily Herald yesterday reminded me of the fact the Bears blew a 26-14 lead against Detroit in the final 2 minutes last year, and a 17-7 lead in the final 4 minutes at Cleveland last year. And some of what happened on Sunday, even though it was on a Hail Mary play, it brought the Daily Herald back to reminding us that these types of collapses have occurred before, and maybe when you see them happen over and over again, you start to think that Eberflus does have something to do with a lot of this. What do you think about that, Tim?
I think wasn't there a 28-7 lead against the Broncos a couple of years ago in his first year, maybe, that they blew too?
Yep, that's right. That was like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think it was in his first season. It's just, I don't know. I was just listening to sports radio on my drive, and they were talking about, look, if the Bears end up missing the playoffs by one game this year, you got to look back at this game this week and say, that's Eberflus's fault. You're the reason we missed the playoffs, so you got to go.
What do you think should happen to Stevenson, Tim?
Yeah.
I think they should suspend him, to be perfectly honest.
Me too.
But, I mean, I'm not in that. At least suspend him for a half or prevent him from starting. Like,
Right.
Don't put him in for the first couple drives.
There's got to be something.
He's got to face some kind of recourse. But, again, that's where I go back to Eberflus. Like, how do you not, as a head coach, see that and say, you know what, I need to take a timeout here. I have 3 timeouts. This would be an ideal time to maybe take one, don't you think?
Can you believe they lost that game and still had 3 timeouts, where they could have taken a timeout to talk about how they were going to handle the Hail Mary?
Oh, but, he said they practiced it thousands of times, so you don't need to worry.
I know. Well, maybe you need a little reminder.
Yeah, in the moment.
Before handing the ball to a backup center on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, maybe you would like to run that by somebody. I don't know. I think it's the first time I've ever come in here after Bears game and told you and said to Mark, I'm a defender of him. That was a poorly coached game. Poorly coached game.
On Monday, the national media was just having a field day.
Yeah.
I was listening to Mike Greenberg's radio show.
He had Rex Ryan with him, didn't he?
The first 20 minutes of it was Rex Ryan lambasting coaching decisions.
I always get a kick out of coaches that have been fired at criticizing coaches, though. Don't you?
He said, hey, I know I wasn't the greatest head coach, but I've been a pretty good defensive coordinator. Let me talk about this from a defensive perspective.
I know. Yeah. It was poorly done. Poorly done.
And the first time I was mad.
How does he keep talking about that 13-yard play didn't mean anything?
Of course. That shows. That's even more, to me, that's even more troublesome than the Hail Mary, is the fact that he keeps acting like there's nothing wrong with their strategy on that play.
Especially when you hear the head coach of the other team, Dan Quinn, say, we don't have that Hail Mary play set up if we don't get those 13 yards.
Yeah, I don't want to talk badly about the other coaches, but we could have never won without him.
Yeah, well, it's just like anything else that happens. Everyone is so worried about the incident itself. They don't think about what led up to the incident.
Right.
And so you have to think about that play prior.
Yep.
If they would have held them and actually did their job, things would have been a lot different.
He would have had to throw that ball to the 15.
Yeah.
And
the fact that they let him go out of bounds, that was the number one thing that really screwed things up.
It really was.
That's because there was nobody guarding him. There's nobody within 20 yards of the guy.
I know. Oh, it's so sad.
I mean, I read this week, and this is another coaching point that's always interesting. Like, defending Hail Marys is one thing, but Caden Daniels had like almost 13 seconds to throw that play.
I know.
Oh, yeah. He bought himself a lot of time.
In NFL history, and I guess the NFL hasn't been tracking this, too long, obviously. I think since like 2006. But the first time that anybody had 10 seconds or longer and threw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many things you could point to in that game. And the first time I got mad was when I was driving, leaving Dino's house and listening to the game on the radio, and hearing that the Bears, deep in their own end, were going to go for it, 4th and 1, and they run a shotgun play.
I know.
And which makes it, to me, in my eyes, a 4th and 5 play, not a 4th and 1 play.
Yeah.
So I was mad then, and then I saw that handoff, which I thought was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And then the Hail Mary play at the end. I mean, there were so many things in that game. You got a good punter on your team now. You could really score yourself a lot of points by winning the field position game. There's twice in that game when field position could have been controlled by the Bears. Punting on the 4th down and 1 play may have eliminated a field goal from Washington, and then the field position that the Bears would have had on the Hail Mary had they not let the guy get out of bounds with free 13 yards.
Do you guys find it troubling that our NFL team is the laughingstock not just of the NFL, but of America right now. I find it to be.
I find it troubling, but I'm not surprised.
Oh, I can't get over it. I can't get over that it was just wall-to-wall bungling. Wall-to-wall.
Well, it's crazy to me because now everybody's talking about how good Jaden Daniels is, and you're like,
I know.
Well, was he really that good?
He didn't score a touchdown.
The Bears, because of one play, suddenly make you think differently about him.
Yeah. No, I know.
Well, thanks for checking in with us today, Tim, and thanks for being a part of our sportscast for all these years. You'll continue with me and Jake's. We'll have to be better without Lair.
Yeah, we're going to have to up our games a little bit. Larry, as I said last week, man, all the best.
Thanks, Tim.
Although I hope it rains all the time in Naples.
I appreciate it. When it's sunny, I'll be sending you a picture or something. It'll be fun. It'll be
that's
fun.
Fair. I like it.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks. We'll talk to you on Friday.
Good. I'll talk to you Friday, everybody.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
Tim Calderwood, play-by-play voice of the Schaumburg Boomers.
He's a good guy. I always enjoyed his time. I mean, don't forget, I was the champion of him getting more time.
You were?
I always was the guy saying we should utilize him.
We got to give him more time. We gotta stop talking over Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And got to stop taking calls after the half hour.
Absolutely.
Who would do something like that? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm kind of like Flus. I'm not going to point fingers.
That's why our first shifters love the show so much, though, because I'm nice to them.
Oh.
I'm not mean to them.
I'm a nice guy.
What about Tim? Didn't you think you were kind of being mean to Tim?
Tim puts up with it.
Don't forget that poor guy sleeping on a bus with all those young guys, and he would wake up to call us.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Tim's super loyal.
Yeah.
He would call us after being on the bus all night.
I know. And what did he get for it? Well, Tim, we're kind of short of time.
Yeah.
True. One phone call, then we'll take one final break, then we'll come back with some final comments.
That's fun.
Steve Thorne's back on the line one more time. Hey, Stevie T.
Well, surprise, it's Peach.
Hey, Peach. How are you?
T.
Hi, everybody. And I just calling to wish Larry well in the future. And I hope you see the green flash in Naples many, many, many times. And when you do, think of us.
I will.
Because we'll be missing you terribly.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
And thank you for all of your good humor and wonderful insights. I love your attitude and your perspective. We're really going to miss you.
Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
Good luck now.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Peach.
Yeah.
All right, Peach checking in with us.
Steve kind of outkicked his coverage there. You know that.
Yeah.
Before you go to your break, Mark, because I'm going to scoot out and we'll let Dennis say his, farewells and what have you. But, got to know Larry very well. And Larry, I can't thank you enough for what you've contributed, what you've brought to WRMN, but more so as a friend. We got that law enforcement thing, but when we sat and we talked, we've gone to breakfast, Willie and Grace's, how many different times, and just phone calls and what have you. Feel like I know you for a million years, and that's something that's your character. Your character is carried through this station, through the Fox River Valley, and we're going to miss the heck out of you. And I meant it when I said it. You've always got a seat and a microphone here. I mean, we're giving you yours. You can bring it along with you, whatever you want to do. But we're going to miss the heck out of you, and we just thank you from the bottom of my heart, from everything that we did. And God bless you. Whatever you want to do, just do it. It's yours to do.
Thanks for being kind to me. Thank you.
You're a gentleman.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dino.
Thank you.
All right. That's our managing partner and our friend, Dino DeLaley, signing off for now. We got one more segment left in Larry's last call, and we'll do that in just a couple of moments. Keep it right here. It's 9:44 on this Wednesday morning on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you, the faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Overtime, you want to work less of it, so you need your crop protection to work more of it. When you add Taparan or Last Chance Pro adjuvants from CHS, they will. Designed for maximum efficacy, Last Chance Pro improves the uptake and translocation of herbicides while Tapran helps activate herbicides for better performance against tough-to-control weeds. Ask your local CHS retailer how Tapran and Last Chance Pro adjuvants can put your crop protection to work.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
Looking to stay informed on the political issues that truly matter? I'm Dennis Sonar Green, inviting you to join me every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town, is where you'll find clear, balanced analysis of the day's biggest news. We dig into the headlines, cutting through the noise to deliver the facts and insights you need to stay informed. Whether you're deeply into politics or just want to understand what's going on, this show offers the depth and perspectives that matter. Tune in every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on WRMN and be part of the conversation that's shaping our community. Let's navigate today's political landscape together on A Political Talk Show, only on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-234-0316. 800-234-0316. That's 800-234-0316.
American Legion Post 57 in Elgin, Illinois presents Legion Cruise Nights. Wednesdays, May 8th, June 12th, July 10th, August 14th, and September 11th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come out and enjoy a great evening of cars, food, and music. Motorcycles, cars, trucks, military vehicles are all welcome. 50-50 raffles, door prizes. The event being sponsored by the American Legion Riders Post 57. 820 North Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois.
Nice choice.
I feel like I'm being taken out of the game.
Yeah, you're being played out.
Well, I think this is the first time I've ever played this song coming back from a break.
Yes.
On our show in all these years, Larry.
I know.
9:49 here at WRMN. Final few minutes of the show. Any final thoughts you can get in right now at 847-931-1410. Matt's here with us.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Matt.
How's everybody doing?
We're good, man.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing very good. I'll be in the hot seat in about 10 minutes or so.
Maybe a little longer. We're not sure what we're going to
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't get used to that.
Final segment of the show. Lots of comments on YouTube we never did get to today.
I didn't bring my iPad in, so I didn't even look at it today.
Cars said, have a great winter, Larry.
Thanks, John.
And Cars Are, a lot of great car shows we spent with the Cars Are this year, right? Especially you. You were at a lot of his shows.
A lot of shows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dutch Man's Wood Shack chimed in a couple of times today.
Really?
Yeah.
Is coffee up?
Coffee's up.
I knew it.
Yeah. Weird Wednesday. The Dutch Man's Wood Shack's been a part of our show for a long time. Used to call a lot when Sarge was on with us, Larry.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Terry S. says, good morning, everyone. Larry, I'm really sad to see you go. I've enjoyed listening to you all these years. You really add a special touch to the show.
Thank you.
Let's see. How's the, other people that commented this morning include Trusty Pat. Good morning, gentlemen. Glad to see Jake's there with Larry for his official broadcast, last broadcast today. Thanks for coming in today, Jake's.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Kimmy D says, happy Camel Day, shifters. Gorgeous day yesterday. Enjoyed the nice weather before it's gone. We are going to miss you, Larry.
Thanks, Kimmy.
Have a great time in Florida. We will see you next summer. Brendan checks in. He says, hey, First Shifters, my name is Brendan.
That's right.
Don't you forget it.
No.
Sonar checked in on YouTube this morning. He said, thank you, Larry, for all of your insight and perspective on the show. You will be missed. The mornings will not be the same without you.
Thanks, son.
Wonderful, wonderful Wilma Cash.
I like her.
She's been loyal for all these years.
She has.
She says the gang's all here, and so she's going to miss you too, Larry.
Mm-hmm.
First Shift Sherry.
Yeah.
Little Sherry Blazer?
Yeah. She posted a picture yesterday that was a littler Sherry Blazer.
Really?
Littler.
I saw that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She says, I have kids coming for field trips this morning, or I would have had stopped in to sing a verse of To Sir with Love.
Oh. Yeah.
It feels like the last day of high school or something. Safe travels, Larry.
Thanks, hon.
And she says, when you're back in Elgin, I will take you for an O'Doul's. Well, you got a new alcohol-free beer.
Thanks to Jake's.
Yeah?
Thanks to Jake's. Yes.
But First Shift Sherry says, I will have a real brewski.
There you go.
Yeah. Greg Leeser from South Elgin checks in. South Elgin trustee.
He is. Good guy, too.
He says, best wishes to Larry Jones. And Sonar says, what did astronaut DJ say? Let me turn up my air supply. When I played air supply this morning.
There you go.
I think we have a rim shot here somewhere. Let me turn up my air supply, said astronaut DJ. Sorry for the poor delivery. You never thought I'd deliver the bad jokes very good.
Well, people better get used to it.
Yeah, get used to it.
That's right.
We have a Connie checking in. She says, good morning, men. Good luck, Larry.
Thanks, Kenny.
Enjoy your time off. We'll miss hearing you on the radio. Sweet Sandy. She's put up with Raging Richard for all these years.
Yeah.
That's been a tough enough job for her.
Richard's probably got a little celebration going of himself over there. He hasn't always agreed with me, you know.
No. But the one thing he has shared with you is he's a White Sox fan.
I know.
Will Venable takes over.
Yeah.
Breaking news from Tim Calderwood about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't been listening as I'm still out of town, says Sweet Sandy. Monday, Wednesday, Friday will not be the same without you, Larry. Enjoy your retirement and good health. And don't be a stranger. Best wishes from Sweet Sandy.
Thanks, Sandy.
Checking in this morning.
And give Rich a hug for me.
A hug?
I think he'd like to have one from me, but I can't get over there. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. He seems huggable.
Right on, Larry, he would have said, but he didn't chime in this morning on YouTube.
Know. Yeah, I know.
9:53 here at WRMN. About 5 minutes left in the show today. Thanks for all the phone calls this morning to all of our listeners. And Sensational Shelley's on our Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. Good morning, Larry. You will be missed, and please check in often. Have a great day, y'all.
Thanks.
So you're leaving town this weekend, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. And then going to come back sometime during the Christmas season?
Well, maybe you'll be gone again before Christmas. I don't know. I mean, I don't have family here now, so I don't necessarily need to be around here at Christmas.
Hey, there's Uncle Gare.
Uncle Gare. We're matching today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you to say hi to your dad and tell him that how much I enjoyed getting to know him while I was here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Uncle Gare's a great guy.
He's a very good guy. Yes.
He always had a lot of has a lot of area history knowledge too.
He did. Yeah.
Yes. So, is he teaching you, Matt, some of the area history knowledge?
Is he teaching me? Oh my goodness, yes, always.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, okay, all right, hang on.
I may not need all this.
Yeah. 9:54 here at WRMN. Well, 4 minutes left in the show. I don't know what to say to you, Larry, but thank you for all the years together, man. I don't have the big dramatic goodbyes or anything.
I was expecting like a
speech or something.
Whole,
is that why everybody
monologue?
Yeah.
Like a whole thing. I was expecting you to be like, all right, now it's my turn. So you don't have anything?
No, not really too
All
much.
Right. So what do you want to say?
Thanks. No, I've said it a lot on the air building up to this. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed being able to come here in the beginning 1 day a week, then 2 days a week, then 3 days a week, and getting teamed up with you, Mark.
Yeah.
And getting to meet so many people. And I hope I didn't offend anybody. If I did, I hope it's only people I don't care if I offended.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you worked hard not to offend people.
I was trying.
You worked hard to stay professional at all times.
Yeah, and I hope I gave you at least an attempt at unbiased look at things. Sometimes you can't be unbiased. Sometimes it needs to be fact-based. And so...
How many times did people call and they would ask a question and you would wait for me, because I'm supposedly the lead guy,
yes,
to answer the question first, and I would just look over at you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you want to take this one, Larry? Sure. Because you have the knowledge here and I don't.
And which I've always said, I'm not always right. I've never been bothered by a single person who would send a text or call and say, you weren't quite right. I don't care. That I learn with everybody. But I've had the greatest time. And I'm getting to go by my own choice. And I appreciate that, but I'm going to miss it all. I truly am going to miss it. This has been the best hobby any man could ever hope for. The best. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe that, I've been lucky enough to have someone not being paid, spending 3 days a week coming in here to give me a good quality radio show.
But, it's helped me, Mark, and I could get emotional. It helped me get through losing my wife, losing Patty, everything. It's my life, too. So, yeah.
I never thought that, I can't believe it's been 7.5 years.
I know.
Since we first started in the afternoons, for a little while, and that was rough for me.
I hated that.
I didn't like it either.
Remember when at a while you had me here at 1 o'clock? I would come on after Tradio, and I really hated. No matter what you were doing, I needed to get to downtown Elgin at 1 o'clock. You couldn't.
Right.
Yeah, and
then I thought we needed to be a part of the morning show.
I think the mornings are much better. It's for me.
Yeah.
No question.
And it took me a while to get you all the way up to 7 a.m. But that was good. I think when we made some of these changes, we needed someone to join me starting at 7 a.m.
It, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I like mornings. I think I've become like a tire with the slow leak. I'm really at full pressure in the morning, and by afternoon, I'm like,
So I feel kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Larry. The intelligence, the sense of humor, the knowledge, and everything like that is really going to be missed on the show.
Give me a chance to enjoy myself. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you at Christmas time.
Yeah, around there.
We're going to have you back in at Christmas time.
I'm going to call. You're going to call me if you need something. All right. Okay? Thanks, guys.
Yeah, bud.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Larry Jones for the final time here on the first shift officially, but he will be back from time to time. That's going to wrap things up today. Thanks, Jakes, for coming in too, man.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you on Friday. Thanks, Matt, for stopping by. Matt's on next with Out to Lunch. Thanks to Dino and Sonar and all the ladies on the other side. I think they may be waiting for Larry to come on over to the other side before he leaves. Yeah. So the party's not over yet. Coming up next is Matt with Out to Lunch, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. on the first shift right here on WRMN. Have a great day.